I want to start off, like I said in the description, paying tribute to Joe Lally, a man who did so much for me, who I found out just left his body, as they would say in the cult. And Joe told me all about Scientology, David Miscavige, the whole thing 20 years ago, before Anonymous, before this whole protest got cool. So thanks, Joe. And today is dedicated to the late, great Joe Lally. Thank you so much for everything you did to me, for me, not to me. And hope you're up there in the sky looking down on this and enjoying the view. So, yeah, 20 years ago, before I knew anything about Scientology, I'd already gone in and taken the personality test, actually twice. But I didn't know much about Scientology back then, in the early 2000s. And I had this client, Joe Lally, who was quite the character. If any of you have seen the movie Goodfellas, this guy knew everybody in that movie, the real characters. Hello. And this guy had some really wild stories about actual aliens. So, Joe Lally, thank you so much for all of your guidance. And I know it's only going to get stronger now that you've dropped your body and gone on to further levels of research. So, can't wait for all the intuitive guidance that's on the way. So we're here at the Cult of Scientology, watching it as it ever so slowly and gently fades into oblivion. And it's fun to watch. We notice all of the little efforts that they do to change the course of their future, and nothing works. Nothing is working for Scientology these days. Hiding seems to be the best thing that they can come up with. Hiding behind all of their closed windows and just hoping it all goes away. It's like you think there's a monster in your bedroom at night when you're a little kid, so you go under the covers and you hold your breath and you close your eyes. Well, that's one strategy, and that seems to be the strategy of the Cult of Scientology these days, as they sink into endless waves of denial, punctuated by false police reports and other illegal activities that the cult does. And, you know, they paid off the cops, so there is no punishment for the Cult of Scientology. They get to do whatever they want to do, whenever they feel like it, apparently, in Hollywood. Seems that the false police calls have slowed down a little bit. And there we got Scientology Denver is temporarily Scientology LA, so that's really cool and fun. like I've said many times before, when I meet people that are my colleagues that are doing the same thing as I'm doing here, but I've watched them on YouTube so much, it's literally like gives you the same feeling as if you meet a famous person, if you meet an actor, movie star, whatever. And that's the way it was when I met Jay yesterday. It was like there was this moment of standing there and like, I watch you on the TV. So, it's kind of funny. And then you realize, hey, he's just another dude with a YouTube channel like me. He is great. And another relentless champion of freedom out here. Hey, dog, you're very dangerous. I'm intimidated. How's it going, man? Yeah, exactly. Yes, I second that emotion.
They feel the same way, Basil. You want to hear howling?
Oh, yeah.
She's a good one.
All right. Let's all bark like dogs. Yay. Neighborhood outreach does take many forms, and barking like a dog is just one of them. So, yeah. Oh my God. Oh, there we go. Little handmaiden action at the cult of Scientology. Yeah, how do you go star in a show that's about, like, I haven't really seen the show very much, and it was a long time ago, but where it's basically like the whole world becomes like Scientology. So you go star in that show, and you don't see the parallels. You don't see the fact that you are in a cult doing a show about a cult. Well, okay, that's one option. Just don't see the connection. So, will we get as much public support as yesterday? Will the horns continue to honk? Will the Sea Org come out and be confrontational? And what is DOA barbecuing next? There is more charity happening right here amongst this situation than Scientology ever does. Well, they will give you a touch assist. They will feel you up to get you in. That is one potential. If you meet a Scientologist, you can always ask for a touch assist, and they will touch you. Even if they're not allowed to touch each other that much. Hello, is that Magnus again? Hello, how you doing, man? Good to see you back here again. So, yes, it's a fun, enlightening day at the cult of Scientology once again. On my way here, traffic was all messed up, so I am guessing there were some Gaza protests going on. I could see down the street that it seemed like there were a lot of people on Hollywood Boulevard. So I think it's a safe guess to think that there is a lot of that happening. But, you know, we are single issue voters out here at the cult of Scientology. It takes enough of our attention just to focus on this. Are you making fun of the religious ritual of pull my finger? How dare you, sir? I mean, pulling somebody's finger is a very important religious ritual protected by the United States Constitution. Let's get some honks, people. We need honks. We need likes. We need subscribes. No, never you, right? You wouldn't be a religious bigot by any chance, goofing on people pulling fingers. I mean, that is bigotry, sir. Scientology loves to accuse people of things like that, as they pull each other's finger and smell each other's butts. The sexiest activity that will ever go down in this least sexy of all buildings.
Kind of like a steak alternative.
Yeah,
right?
the tunas, the prickly pear.
Yep. The
We
jams.
Yep.
Syrups.
When we would go hunting, or should I say camping, what they call camping to us, it was not camping.
Fuck.
It was.
You gotta help. You gotta come and show me how to cook with no towels.
I tried to find them, but I was at a Ralph's in Beverly Hills, and you know there's no nopales there.
Yeah.
So entonces cilantro.
We'll get some no towels.
We'll get the nopales. I did want to bring up because somebody in Eric's chat was requesting. So I was going to bring up, but they didn't have any.
Now, have you ever used that little bug, the little red bug?
Those are toast. Now, when people in Mexico eat bugs, it's usually like out in the country. Because those insects, they eat nothing but very natural food sources. No pesticides, none of that.
Yeah.
It's also very difficult for them to find meat. So they kind of toast them.
Oh.
And yeah, my dad's oldest sister would take us to those small little locations where, I mean, the people were great. Did I eat the bugs? I pretended I did.
With the red, what about the red bugs on the nopales?
That I haven't tried. I haven't seen. I grow my own nopales.
Grow your own.
I have a cactus in the back. Actually, I don't plant anything that is not edible, except for a couple of flowers and a few bushes that were already there.
So you're a food forest addict.
Yes, my mother or it gives you a beautiful flower, don't put it on the ground if it's not already there. So
Cool.
right now, I'm trying to experiment with some edible hedges. I want to plant Jamaica, you know, like for the drink, the Mexican drink.
Okay.
But it seems to be very difficult. I'm experimenting with the. And how did I get to this? When you go to the Mexican store and you buy Jamaica,
What's that? I can't see it here. Let me see. Oh, it's 353. So let's go check out some of these. Are they in the vicinity? I saw them on a live stream earlier. But I'm going to go look around the vicinity, see what there is. Go spread myself out a little bit here.
Yeah, I know how to make biscuits and gravy on those supplies.
What's that?
Biscuits and gravy.
Yeah?
I make it on those supplies.
Yeah?
A lot of times I can't.
Let's see what we got here. Got Aja. Hello.
Hello, honey.
How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Not bad. Not bad. We're getting more honks all the time here.
Yeah, well, we're about to-
The public is getting
We're about to.
on our side more and more.
We're about to lit this place up. We're about to lit it up. It's gonna be lit right now in a minute.
Oh,
When I get my motors going, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
get coffee. Actually, I'm gonna go buy a coffee.
get caffeine, get some caffeine
Yeah.
energy.
I'll be back. Okay.
All right. See you soon. Good seeing you. So let's see what's up. I mean, I can sit around watching guacamole be made all day long, but I make some killer guacamole, so here we go. Back to the realm of the prison van, yay. Drive carefully, take it easy, people. Okay, SPs are nice people. There's no problem with the SPs, just chill. You could learn something. How about a little calm cycle? How about a little cultural exchange? Well, I like the term death warmed over, but with all this blue color, the death doesn't even look very warmed over, does it? It looks more like frozen death. That's more what it looks like than death warmed over. But, you know, however you want to look at it, it's a ghost town. It's a flunk. Major flunk. Sea Org recruiting. Sea Org recruitment. Who wants to sign a billion-year contract? Not a lot of people do, apparently. And a lot of people seem to be reneging on fulfilling their full billion years. You know, nobody has fully fulfilled their the participation rates of the billion-year contract. I mean, we got to wait at least 1 billion years to even figure out how that went. And I'm just not that patient. I just tend to lose patience after a couple 100 million years, and my attention starts wavering. And so, what was that sound? Oh, a baby. Okay. Okay. Nice. It is okay to leave the cult of Scientology. In fact, it is highly recommended, people. All you have to do, quiet please, holy religious services are in progress. Oh my God. Yeah, they're just doing ministerial training. Religious ministerial training, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder what that means in real English. Hey, are you scared? Are you scared? Are you scared? Are you scared? The SPs, you gotta drive your less than a block at much higher than the speed limit just to make sure you don't hear any unauthorized communications. Somebody sounds interpolated over there. Maybe they need some auditing. Oh, look at that. Yay. There's another way of blocking the truth out. Isn't that special? They just can't get enough of their curtain tech, blind tech, all kinds of tech. All kinds of fun tech things to make sure that nobody hears any unauthorized communication. But I'll tell you what, Scientology, hate to break it to you, but that's not a soundproof barrier. And we don't really require them to see us to get our message. Hey! We don't require that. What we require is for them to hear us, or for them to even know that we exist is actually enough, because them knowing we exist, well, it's like that splinter in the mind in the Matrix. You know, that splinter in the mind is getting real uncomfortable for a lot of these cult members. Getting real splintery in that mind. So, now, do they know that they create their reactive mind and they don't have to do that anymore? You do create your reactive mind, and you don't have to create your reactive mind anymore, ever again. You create your reactive mind. You know, I think it's a shame for Scientologists to have to reach the level of clear and pay 50 grand, 60 grand or more before they realize all they have to do is just quit creating their reactive mind. It's easy. All you need is quit creating your reactive mind. That works, right? Musically. Yeah. Just quit creating your reactive mind, everybody. Okay? If you quit creating your reactive mind, then you'll never have any emotional upsets again, and you have the power to do that according to Scientology. Just quit creating your reactive mind. Now you might ask me, Davey Mismanage, can you explain what is the difference between deciding to quit creating your reactive mind and emotional suppression? Well, that's a very good question, audience, and thank you for asking, hypothetically. The fact is, there they go, our saviors. Hey, you're going away from us, dude. If you quit creating your reactive mind, then you'll be clear. And everybody wants to be clear because we want to clear the planet. But in Scientology, we only want to clear the planet to the degree that everybody wants to pay 50 grand to get clear. Now, it so happens that most people on the planet would have a really rough time getting $50,000 together. Even if you stretched it out over 5 or 10 years, it would still be really hard for these people that live on, like less than $2 a day or whatever. Good luck on them being able to go clear. So how are we going to clear the planet unless we have a little charity? But you know what? Scientology's not very big on charity. They're not into giving it away. They're into making you pay. So that's what they do. They make you pay and pay and pay. And it seems that fewer and fewer people have any interest at all in paying. So this presents a dilemma to the cult of Scientology. We want to claim that we're clearing the planet, but obviously we're not really ever going to clear the planet if it costs 50 grand to go clear. How the hell is that going to work? I'm not a math scientist, but if I were, I think I would still find it a little hard to work out those numbers. So here we go, some other people. Have you gone clear today, sir? Young lady, are you clear? Have you realized that you create your reactive mind? You don't have to do that anymore. It's completely optional. I think you know that already, people. But what about people in, I don't know, let's say Bangladesh? You think they're going to pay 50 grand to find out you create your reactive mind? Quit doing that. I don't know. I don't think that's going to be a really good value proposition for many Bangladeshi farmers and laborers. I don't see that happening. Not to pick on Bangladesh, but just in terms of just raw economic data, don't see it happening. We could say the same thing about Zaire and many other places. It's not called Zaire anymore, is it? Hide your face. That's right. This woman hid her face, took her hat, and put it down over her face as they entered. What level of shame causes that kind of hiding? You would think that if you were in the religion that is clearing the planet, that is doing for humanity what no other religion has ever done in the history of mankind, you would think the last thing you would want to do is hide your face. Why would you want to do that? Why aren't you out being proud of your cult? Aren't you proud of your cult, people? You don't look very proud of your cult. I mean, you have nice foliage. Your gardening skills are obviously superb. Your bricklaying techniques are world class, obviously. So what's there to be so ashamed of? I would like a Scientologist to explain to me why they're so ashamed of being filmed. Hey, prisoners. Hi, prisoners. You can leave. Those poor prisoners. I think it's just a mental block where they think they can't leave. They don't get it. They think they don't have the right to leave. They're intimidated, maybe even interbulated. Yeah, the final cognition. Well, what is the final OT8 thing? Now you know who you are not. So now you could find out who you actually are. Oh, great. Thank you very much after $500,000. Zaire is now the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Right. Thank you. I know there are 2 Congos now. And so it's the Democrat. I'm sure it's very democratic there. I'm kind of guessing maybe not. But, you know, who knows? I'm hoping it is. And they do have some cool...
Oh, you're videoing.
Yes.
I was like, what is this Scientology thing? What is this about?
It's a cult.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it's not a good thing?
It's not a good thing, no. It's a human trafficking cult. Among other things. You know, they have all these supposed secrets that they that you got to pay a lot of money to find out, right? It's like if you had to pay $100,000 in a church to find out like Jesus is your personal savior, right? And they don't tell you till you paid them $100,000. They tell you like, oh yeah, there's Jesus, but but here they don't even tell you the thing, until you paid the money. It's totally money making. They get you in like the first things are like $50, $100, and people think, oh, I could do that. That's not bad. And then it becomes like $250 an hour. And then they do these interrogations where, the whole supposed religion is always like one-on-one. You're with another person and they're asking you questions and you're holding these 2 cans. It's like a lie detector. So they're reading this meter and seeing and when the thing goes, they're like, oh, what was that? Oh, what was that? And they start getting in your head, right? And then you start thinking, oh, I can't lie to them, And whenever you don't do what they want, they either cut you off, they punish you, they, whatever. And once you join, they try to get you to get rid of everybody in your life who's not on board, who doesn't, like anybody that comes up to you and like...
That's what made it a cult.
Well, that's one of the things. There's certain things about cults that like every cult has. Like one thing is that they try to cut you off from friends and family and, right, all that kind of stuff. Like every cult does that, from whatever, like the radical Mormons, Jehovah Witnesses. Another thing is they get you really busy, right? Where, you're here every day, you're always involved, But whenever you come to an event, what they do is then they fundraise off of you. Or they try to sell you another class.
So they have a movie every hour, right?
They have a movie whenever you go in there. Whenever they get a sucker in there, they have a movie. It's not like they have regular... They try to act like that, right?
Okay.
But basically...
Do they charge you when you go in for the movie?
No.
Okay.
But the movie's just all about the book they try to sell you after the movie. It's just a movie about a book. And then they try to sell you the book for... I think they start off at like $85. But you could talk them down to like 20, right? Because... Yeah, it's really interesting. It's really sick. And if you look around here, all the windows are covered up. All the doors. See how this thing here?
Yeah.
this thing's in the way.
Sure.
Because we would stand here, because this is public property. We're allowed to stand here and protest.
So I'm on.
You're on their property, but you're not protesting, so
Okay.
they're not going to bust you because they might think you might, you might still be a victim, And so
It's interesting.
it's really, dude, I've been watching this shit on YouTube for like 20 years until I joined in, because it's so fascinating. Like, because a lot of these people that join, they're smart people. They're not stupid. It's a really intricate mind control thing that they get you into, and they say that they're trying to clear the planet, that they're trying to save everybody. They're the best hope for mankind. You create your reactive mind. You don't have to do that anymore. That costs 50 grand to learn that one.
Really?
What I just said. Except you're supposed to come up with it yourself, right? And when you come up with it, then that means you're clear. And it costs like at least like I think it cost 50 grand like 10, 20 years ago to get to, and then your reactive mind means just like, it's not even your mind, it's emotional reactivity, right? And so the whole thing is in science, once you get to that first levels, when you realize, oh, I created my reactive mind, I could quit doing that, right? And then after that, then they get you on these other levels where you learn about Xenu, the galactic overlord that had a population problem in his area, the Galactic Federation, right, on another planet. And so what Xenu did is he killed all these people and he brought them in space planes to Earth, dumped them in volcanoes, and then blew up the volcanoes with hydrogen bombs, and then had soul catching machines above the volcanoes that vacuumed up all the souls, and then put the souls through an indoctrination program where they got brainwashed. And then all those souls are all over the earth, and as soon as you're born, they start attaching to your body, but only Scientology can help clear them off. So when crazy people get that thing like, I'm covered with bugs and whatever, that's what happens to Scientologists once, and you got to pay like 300 grand to get that information. Like only 5 or 10% of Scientologists will ever find that out. Because they don't have the money. Yeah. And so they keep doing other stuff, because they're not going to pay that much, And because you're paying like $250 an hour, and you got to pay for a package of 12 and a half hours at a time. If you quit before it's over, there's no refund, right? And so once you join, they try to make you get rid of everybody against Scientology that's in your life. And then like they try to put Scientology people in your life, right? So like, let's say if you're dating somebody that's like, I don't know about that Scientology stuff. Then you go do a Scientology thing, you're holding this lie detector test. And then they're like, is there anybody in your life that's opposed to Scientology? And you're like, nah. And it's like, nah, nah, nah. And they're like, well, the needle's saying there's somebody, so think a little harder. Well, my girlfriend said it's a lot of money, and and they're like, oh, well, that's serious, because one of the first things they teach you is that there's these like 20% of the people on Earth are bad, and they call them suppressive persons. And the main thing about them, they don't like groups that help people. Meaning them, right? And so they say, if you get around those people, you'll have bad luck. Like if you have surgery, your shit won't heal. If you break a bone, your bone will take longer to heal if you're around these people. You know, it's all this bullshit, right? But basically, it's all set up to get you to cut people off out of your life if they're anti-Scientology. So it's wild shit, you know. And most of the people have left. Most of the people have already left. That's why they're hiding and they're covering up.
And some already gone too deep. They spend so much.
Yeah, and they're old and they're like their whole life. Because what happens is once you're in it for a while, all your friends are Scientologists, all the people you work with are in Scientology. And so what happens is you, even if you know it's all bullshit, you can't leave because you're going to lose everybody. You're going to lose your money, your job, your everything. Maybe your landlord, whatever, is Scientologist, like, right?
Everybody's against you now because you're anti.
Right.
Or you decided
Right.
to break the secret.
So like if you're like an employee, they'll try to get you working in a Scientology company. If you're a boss, they'll try to make sure everybody under you that you hire is a Scientologist, right? So then you leave. See those people in those uniforms?
Yeah, sure.
They sign a contract for 1 billion years.
What?
That means when they reincarnate and come back to Earth, they get 20 years off, and then they got to report for duty in their next life for 12, 13 million lifetimes.
So that is the reason for the entrapment of the spirit?
Oh, that's just
Something else?
something else. Yeah. But see, they don't see. What we do is we tell these people all that shit because they don't tell you up front. They give you one piece at a time, and by the time you get to the crazy shit, you're already in too deep.
That was what I was trying to say earlier.
Right?
Yeah,
It's like people in Vegas, like
go.
if they're down 10 grand,
They're gonna keep
playing. I got to get my money
there's
back.
that hope. Yeah,
Right?
there's that hope. Like, yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, you know, if you look down at the end of the block, there's a bunch of people, there's a bunch of signs that they all put up about it, you know. And I mean, people are coming out of here and coming up to us and whispering like, okay, tell me why you're tell me why it's so bad, right?
But you're the only one doing this now.
No, there's like 10 other people down the block.
Really?
Yeah, down on Fountain over there.
That's the main reason.
If you're hungry, there's a guy DOA, he's barbecuing. There's a woman making guacamole.
Maybe the person making the guacamole is Scientology.
No. They're definitely not. I can vouch, you know. No, it's really, it's a fun group of protesters. If you look on YouTube, just look for Hollywood Scientology protest. And you're going to see like 10,000 videos. I mean, there's so many of them. There's a place on Hollywood, right by Hollywood and Highland.
Okay.
It's McCadden. It's 1 block this way
Where
from...
the big church is at, somewhere in that area?
Where what?
The Catholic church is at?
Well, I don't know.
Would feed the poor or feed the
I don't know if there's a church right there, but it's 1 block off of 1 block from Highland, 1 block east.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't miss it. Big letters saying Scientology.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing it.
So this
I
guy,
was curious about it though.
yeah. So they used to send people on the street to try to get people. See, that guy signed a 1 billion year contract.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus, that's crazy. You want to hear the craziest thing?
Tell me.
I say I had some free time. So I was like, when it shows the 1 hour movie, it's free. I was going to go in there. But now I'm feeling like discouraged.
If you go in there now, they won't show it to you because you talk to me.
What? Are you serious?
Try it.
Are you serious?
Try it. This dude waved at me when he was walking in
I'm too
there.
influential.
How many years are left on your 1 billion year contract?
Wow.
I bet it's over 900 million.
That is funny. I'm too influential. I'm walking there, they're going to let me watch it no matter what.
Well, the thing is, see, they have a funny thing, right, where they're all about their statistics, right? And I think it's Thursday morning, every Scientology place in the world they have to deliver their statistics for the week, right?
They want to see how many new folks, and those are some.
Every job in Scientology has a statistic. Some of those jobs, how many new people, like that's one of the most important things. But so they have a thing when they pull you off the street. Xenu loves you. So they have 3 statistics. How many people did you bring in the door? So you get points on that. How many people did you get any money out of it all? That's another one. And then the third one is how much money. Okay.
That sounds like sales.
So I've seen things where they would beg people, just give me $1. Right? Because if they get $1, that's the minimum they can put on there. They can put that tally mark. I got one.
Yeah.
Right? I got, even though the money part's going to be low, right? And these protests are happening everywhere in the world, basically, that there's a Scientology organization. Check it out on YouTube. They're everywhere.
I will definitely.
They're everywhere. There's a woman here I want to meet soon from Austin.
What's your pendant? What is it?
Oh, that's totally not related.
Oh, it's not related. You weren't keeping up.
That's from Peru when I was in the jungle.
Oh, okay. Oh, Peru is a nice island.
That was in the Amazon. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
In the Amazon.
Yeah.
That is serious. That's a serious place to be at.
Where are you from? The islands?
Yeah, I'm from the island.
Which island?
J.A.
J.A. Cool.
Jamaica.
Yeah. I'll tell you, the hardest people, the only people I've ever had that I could not understand them, their accent, it was somebody from Trinidad.
Are you serious?
And somebody from Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Scotland.
I mean, I've talked to people from every country.
Really?
The funny thing, I lived in New York, and there was this big white dude that lived in my building. I'd always talk to him, and I thought he was Irish, because he was total white dude, right?
He looks like, yeah.
And I mean, he wore like hats that look kind of Irish or whatever, right?
I mean, Irish.
And so one day I was like, "Where are you from?" And he's like, "Jamaica." And I'm like, "What the hell?" And then it made sense. I was like, "Okay, right." It was because he was white. I didn't even think Jamaica was a possibility.
I was telling a lot of people this. It predominantly it's black.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because they my understanding and summarizing some stuff and looking at some stuff is just logical to say there are people who were taken from certain parts of Africa.
Yeah,
they were strong.
like here. Yeah,
They were strong, powerful. So like, hey, we need them to do the sugar cane to run those
Right.
fields, and then they take little small percentage of people from different parts of the world, Hispanic, Indian. On the island, we already had Indian. They were the Arawaks Indians, and they
The Arawak, yeah.
They're very private.
I know this guy who's an Arawak bone setter. You ever heard of that?
No, that's new to me.
You never heard of bone set? So
Not a bone setter, but
yeah, this dude, it's like this whole like healing technique and it comes from the Arawak Indians, and he's like 25% Arawak or whatever. He was not from Jamaica, but he was from another island. I can't remember. But they had the same Indians there or whatever.
Yeah, because they were all over the world. Like in every country. Like, how did they get there? Like,
right.
yeah.
But this dude would literally, like in his he already had the training from his grandfather through the genetic line, whatever. But then he was in Japan and he helped somebody out. Like, they dislocated something and he just went boom, boom, fixed it, And somebody said, "Oh, you're a bone setter."
I need it.
And right, well, he's in New York, But
get me his number.
Yeah, I'll find it for you.
Dead serious.
Yeah. You go to New York sometimes or what?
No. I think I went to New York like once in my life.
Oh, you're not even a Jamaican then. You don't go to New York,
There's a
man.
reason. There's
What are
a
you doing
reason.
here if you're a
Well,
Jamaican?
Well, there, you know,
You're supposed to be in
Florida,
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, Florida,
Yep. Or
um,
Florida, right.
Connecticut. There's a lot of places that Jamaica. I'm not there.
No.
You know, there's reasons. You know, I mean, I love Jamaicans.
No, you don't need that weather.
But yeah, sometimes I'm just trying to stay a little bit. You know, good Jamaicans, I'll be around. Bad Jamaicans,
Yeah, are you picky with which Jamaicans you
yeah,
hang
I'm
with?
very
Yeah.
particular. I'm very particular. I am very, very particular. But I mean, I'm down to earth though. I mean, I get along with every Jamaican, but
Yeah.
certain, you know, I don't want to be a part. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I went to a wedding long time ago. My friend married a Jamaican woman, and she had her wedding. It was right outside of DC at the Jamaican ambassador's residence, right?
Wow. Interesting.
That was a very interesting scene because all the Jamaicans there were like the ultra high level
Yeah.
Jamaicans, right? And my friend's family was like regular African American, like, you know,
I see.
working, like the dad was like a fireman, you know, he ended up being a fire chief or whatever.
Middle class.
But middle class, yeah. And these people were like, and there's nothing like, I mean, elites are elites, but then elites from a small country, third world country, you know, there's a different
There's a
thing
big
going
difference.
on,
Yes, of
right?
course, of course.
And I never seen a bigger cultural clash.
Really?
It was funny, you know. It was like, yeah, it was because it was like this, and some of the people didn't even see it. You know, it was very interesting
Because they probably was in it.
because, like, they, you know, I think here, you know, for a lot of Black Americans, it's like, well, you're Black, I'm Black, like it's the same thing, you know.
You don't see it.
They don't think, you know.
Of anything.
I mean, I think that's a beautiful way to look at it,
Yeah.
right?
But there's a
It's
big
more
difference.
solidarity.
Yeah.
But then people from other countries are like, no.
There's a difference. There's a
Right.
But you know, they talk about smell. You know, if you're around a certain smell
Right.
for a certain period of time, you become that smell. It's like you don't even know that the smell exists
Right.
unless somebody comes that
Yeah.
is unfamiliar with it.
Right.
So it's
Right.
kind of like that with the whole Black, you know, race.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know about the smell.
No, but it is true.
Trying to
But-
get me in trouble on YouTube here.
Wait, this is on YouTube?
Yeah,
Oh,
everything.
no way.
Everything.
And
You're
I'm in
famous.
it?
You're famous.
I didn't know you.
Everything is.
What the heck?
Everything's on YouTube.
It's not a good
My
thing.
whole life's on YouTube
Oh
now.
my God, I'm learning. But anyways,
But
there are.
I guarantee you come back here 2 weeks from now and try to go watch that movie, they're not going to let you do it
Because I'm talking.
because you're
to-
talking to me. They got your picture, they got
So
everything.
even if I had interest, now I lost my opportunity, right?
I mean, you could probably go to a different place, you know. Don't do it, but you know, you said you're easily whatever influenced, so I wouldn't mess with it because there have been people who were like, I'm gonna go in and mess with their
I said
heads.
I'm influential.
Oh, influential.
I am
Okay.
influential.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay,
well, then go
it's
in
like
there and
overcoming
end this shit.
objection,
Yeah.
Right? Like you said no to me, and I was like, okay, let me figure something. You understand?
Right.
So that's what I meant.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's
Not easily influenced.
Oh, I thought you meant you were
I am
easily
influential.
influenced.
Because I
Yeah.
walk in there, they're like, well, you were talking to that guy, and I'm gonna find some reason to tell you, hey, I gotta watch this movie because I want to know what old Scientology.
No,
is
this
all about.
this young guy, he walks up, and I said something about Scientology to him, and he turns around and gives me 2 thumbs up, and then he goes in there, and he's like, I want to see the movie, and they're like, yeah, we're not doing that, and the sign was out and the whole thing. And then he came out
You
and he
messed him
talked to me
up.
for like an hour.
I think you're the person who's choosing.
Oh, I'm
who
trying
goes
to
in.
mess it up, man. I'm trying to mess this whole thing up, you know.
Yeah, so-
But I'm trying to do it in a good way. I'm not
Decent
trying to
way,
mess
yeah.
anybody up, you know. I see it as like, you know, rescuing somebody who's drowning or something.
I'm with
You
I
know,
understand.
it's like these people, like I said, some people came in like, I'm going to come in and mess with them and watch their movie and do their whole thing. And they ended up signing up, and you know, 20 years later they're still in, you know,
Wow.
because here's what they do. They look for what they call, it's your ruin.
It's your
Ruin. They try to find the most painful thing in your life. That's called your ruin. Okay, so when you go in there, you take their personality test. No, they call it the Oxford whatever. It has nothing to do with Oxford, but they will lie. They'll say, "Oh yeah, this is from Oxford University and shit." You know, it's just they paid some company called Oxford to make a test or whatever. You know, it's some bullshit.
There is an IQ test.
They claim IQ, whatever, but basically it's just to find out where you're
Where
hurting,
you? Yes, sure.
so they can work on
Work
you.
on you. I see.
And then, so they'll say, like, for example, like, what's the worst thing in your life? Like, oh, I'm sad about my breakup last year with my
Then
girlfriend,
they
whatever.
produce material.
And then they're like, how serious are you about getting over that sadness? Then when they try to sign you up, hey, you said you were serious, but now you're not looking too serious about it.
Sales pitch.
Oh, were you lying to me? Because you said you were going to tell me the truth from the beginning. You know, and it's fine game.
So it's a yeah.
And
my mind.
they try to find people when they're at their lowest, like their mom just died, their girlfriend left them, you know, whatever. They try to find, you know, divorce or whatever, you know, they try to find you at your lowest point. And then no matter what your problem is, they say, oh, we have a program for that. We know how to fix that. Right? And so
So they would get me right away. I wouldn't have no power.
you're too cute for Scientology, young lady.
They would get me. They would have
At a certain point in life.
Well, yeah, I'm at my lowest.
Huh?
No, I said I'm at my lowest, so they would have got me a long time if you weren't here.
Oh,
But
this is
again-
the lowest today?
This is one of my.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I've been low for a long time, long time. But anyway,
You're not a Scorpio, are you?
No, I'm not a Scorpio. I'm an Aries.
Oh, okay.
I'm an Aries.
Oh, well, things are going to be good for you now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's better time for Aries.
Are you
Mars
serious?
just moved into Aries,
Interesting.
so that's going to give you energy. Just happened yesterday, so give it a
Oh,
moment.
wow.
You know, it'll be like 2 months, I think, month or two.
Interesting.
But
But sometimes, you know what I say. Sometimes you have to leave. You have to leave your heart open.
Yeah.
Have an open mindset to life.
yeah,
Sometimes most people find their happiness in the things that some other people would say it's not for you or it's a cult. You have to find your own destiny.
well, you're not going to find it here. Trust me, man. You're
Yes,
not
sir.
going to find it here.
So
This
leave,
is,
leave them to decide on that.
It's like
But if it's a mind control, then you're in
the
trouble.
funny thing is like I said, you create your reactive mind. Isn't that good news? You could just stop doing it. 50 grand right there.
Okay, you know, do you know which famous movie character you sound like?
I don't know, but on
Like
my
the way you
stream,
talk.
people tell me I sound like David Letterman. I got that a
Rule
lot.
Rule it out.
I got
You would never
Jeff
believe it.
Goldblum.
Rule it out?
Is it Jeff Goldblum? Yeah. I don't know. I got Jack Nicholson, I think. I don't see that.
out.
Tell me.
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
I
Oh
swear
shit!
to you.
No way.
You could never think of it, right?
I wouldn't have thought of that.
It's just
no.
the way how you pronounce your word, and
Interesting.
you slow it up a little bit, and that's a Will Smith right there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Even that
listen to
one.
it.
Oh, okay.
Right. I could get you. Yeah. I could kind of dial that up. Yeah. Hello, Xenu.
I think he has some of your genes, or you have some of his genes.
Who knows? Hopefully, I won't go smack Chris Rock. Because I'm on Chris's side on that one, man.
Okay?
I am all 100% on the Rock side of that battle.
I have no comment to make because I don't know how I would have reacted to that situation.
Oh man!
But I'm a peaceful person, so maybe I would like what the I would get up would.
He
would have-
laughed. He's whooped. He was laughing, and then he looked at her, and she had a pissed off look, and then he got pissed off, dude. And then you come to find out they're not really even together for the last whatever years. This guy needs some testosterone supplementation, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
What a subject! Oh my God.
how do you do this thing where you're running, to rescue your ex-wife, basically?
That's what love does.
No, that's not love. That's another thing. That's weakness.
That's what love
That is weakness.
That's a weakness, right? Oh my God.
No, what love does is say, honey, don't be so damn serious. That was a funny joke.
Yeah.
That's what love does. Love straightens out crazy.
But I guarantee you this. Maybe Will and Chris and maybe his wife had some kind of conversation prior. And that's the reason why he reacted. I can guarantee.
I don't think
that.
so. There's been a lot of interviews about it. I mean, I don't think Chris Rock would have any reason to hide that conversation.
Yeah.
That I mean, he did.
Here's a Will. You know. I told you.
Did you see his comedy routine when he talked about it?
Yeah, I saw a little bit.
Oh my God, he tore into it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He messed that dude up.
Yeah. But me with a peaceful heart, I probably would just like, you remember coming to America?
Yeah.
Good morning, neighbors! And like, good morning. I would more like, Chris, what the wrong with you, man? Kind of like that. I would have reacted
No,
that
but the
way,
fact
like,
is, he was laughing first, and then he followed her lead.
Exactly.
Okay.
But if you, I'm saying no. If you reacted like similar to how I'm saying, you give Chris an opportunity to like explain.
Yeah, but not right in the middle of the damn Oscars.
Like, come on,
Like,
man!
You could
it's
call
not
him up
personal.
tomorrow and have a conversation. Hey, could we meet up, man? I mean, I'm a little upset over
Yeah, but
what
he could
you
have said that too, because if you give him direction and say, okay, listen, we're gonna have a conversation about that. Sit your butt down right now, you and you live,
Yeah.
and just play it off.
Right.
But I was
Yeah.
saying though, I don't want to get too political, but there's security. That's the part that when it first happened, I was like, okay, there has to be some. It doesn't matter his status.
Well, they're not used to like movie stars kicking each
Exactly.
other's asses right on camera.
Because
They didn't think they needed somebody stationed right there.
But it's always important.
They're gonna
that.
have one from now on.
I know
you can
that.
guarantee.
That was the same thing I said. If there was one thing I could improve, it would be having security guard at least standing there. Pay them, man. Come on, everybody need a little pay.
Yeah.
We're creating job opportunity. Put some security guards there.
Totally.
Where you going, Will? You can't go up there, man.
Right.
You gotta go. Have you seen? That's what I would have improved. Because I've heard, there's so many stories of people barging on stage. On television,
Yeah.
and it's not a good thing.
No.
It's not a good. But who was that? Who was that one? It was Nicki Minaj. They barging on her, and the security had. Good thing they had the security.
Right.
You never know what would have happened.
Yeah.
But anyways, Jamaica.
You going down that way?
No, I'm just floating.
Oh, you're floating?
Yeah, I'm watching my
Okay.
schedule and floating, killing some.
Well, you should come and check out the scene over there. It's very entertaining.
Down there?
Yeah, I'll show
Yeah,
you.
let me go down
Walk
there.
with me.
So I'm just saying, in Jamaica, a lot of people
Yeah.
didn't know, and I'm educating people that there are and had been whites Caucasian in Jamaica
Oh yeah.
for a long time.
Oh yeah.
They had a lot of Campbells.
From the beginning.
a lot
Yeah.
of British because they're under the influence of the British.
Right. Sure.
So, but they live up into the hills. A lot of people just didn't know that.
Right.
In my when I was a kid growing up, we are mixed race. It's just all different kinds of different shades, different complexion and skin pigment, blah blah blah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because of the different people all over.
I mean, it's like you see these shows where they're doing the DNA testing, and somebody's like, I want to find out I'm 100% Puerto Rican. It's like, there's no such thing as that, dude. There's no,
It's not possible.
like, that is the melting pots, you know, like.
That is true. Yeah, that is so true. Man.
See here, these quiet please signs. That's because they want to arrest people for yelling if they're protesting.
Yeah.
So they put that out there. But the thing is,
I see
it's
it.
legal to yell as long as you're not using a megaphone, and you're not over a certain decibel level.
I see.
Okay, see straight across the street there?
Yeah, sure.
See where that van's coming from?
Yes.
Okay, so the people at this building here on the left, that blue building,
Uh-huh.
they stay at that hotel across the street.
Huh.
They're not allowed to walk over there. I counted it, 66 steps. They got to go in the van. They got to go out there. They get in the van, and the van's blocked off so the door's open on the other side. And then everybody gets in the van, and then they drive them into that parking garage. Then they close the door behind it, and then they can go into the hotel from the parking garage. Okay? Because they're so afraid of them getting some information from us that they...
Are you saying they're soaked into it? That they are blind to it?
Well,
So if they were
they
to
know
expose
that
to the truth,
people leave when they hear our information. Not everybody, not like a huge amount, but it increases. See, it's a dying cult because information, when the public has information about who they are, nobody wants to join. See, so they just pick the people up there. They wear masks because they don't want to be identified by their loved ones back home. And so what they do is they come out the back of there, they go into the van takes them there. That van is just shuttling back and forth all day long, every day, just because they can't walk from that door to that door. That's all they'd have to do. They'd have to walk from that door, cross that street, and go there. But they can't do that because they can't take the scrutiny. I can't hear you, man.
You said 66 steps, right?
Or
Plus-
61, I don't know, whatever.
You said 66 steps. Well, let's go with what you said first. 66 steps, but
Yeah.
spell steps.
Huh?
But spell steps.
What do you mean
So
spell?
66 spell steps. The word.
STEPS, yeah.
STEPS 665.
Just one away from 666.
I was thinking.
You were thinking it was 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, here we go. See that van over there? Okay, another thing is Scientology is very anti-gay, so then they put up all the rainbow flags here to mess with them. That's why, come across here. That's why the rainbow flags are up.
Interesting. So that's what the rainbow
Because
flag-
they look at gay people as being lower level humans that are on the level of like murderers and, you know, all this shit, you know. And that's a very uncomfortable thing for them now, because now that everybody's like okay with gay people, you know, it you know, it's kind of a hard thing for them to explain. What's your name? Oh, well, you can make up a fake one, man. That's what I do here.
Peter Moore.
Peter Moore.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, nice. Pleasure.
Davey Mismanaged.
Nice name. Mismanaged. I like that.
But the leader of Scientology is David Miscavige. So
Really?
so I'm Davey Mismanaged.
Wow, interesting. So this is your little.
This is the
Free the
encampment.
missing Scientologists. Okay.
Peter, what?
Free the missing Scientologists.
Yeah.
So,
this dude here with the glasses,
okay.
he's gotten swatted by the cops 8 to 10 times, where they come, because Scientology will call and say that he has a gun, he's waving it around, all that. Cops will come, guns out, like, get on the floor, get on, handcuff him, hold him for like a half an hour.
Interesting.
His wrists are all messed up.
Wow.
And then they'll realize,
So what does
that was bullshit again.
That phrase means free the missing Scientologists. Like,
Yeah, because there's a lot of Scientologists that are missing because, nobody knows if they're dead or alive. Like, there's some people, like, he was in it.
You want some tacos?
Tacos? You want tacos?
no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. You're
He was in it for like,
just had lunch.
okay,
Yeah, that's what I was telling you,
but you should ask Eric. He was in it. What were you in it for, 20 years or something?
Well, I mean, I was born in it.
Born in
And
it,
then
yeah.
until my family died, I couldn't say nothing because it would have hurt my family.
Oh.
So I had to shut up. And then since they all died,
Yeah, that's what he was
22,
doing. I just now
can
noticed
be as loud
that.
as I want. I don't give a shit. They can't hurt me now. So screw 'em.
He was thinking of watching the movie. Luckily, I got to him first.
I am serious. I was just going to walk in and watch a movie.
Yeah.
When?
Not a good thing to do, but
Tacos instead.
So he saved
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, have some tacos instead.
Yeah, no, I had some. I was telling you, I had some. I just finished eat lunch. I just had lunch.
Well, your timing could be better, free food. But
You want one or two?
I'll start with one.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. And were you mainly here in LA?
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
at CC at Celebrity Center,
Right.
and then I was at this.
Because you were
stupid little-
famous.
Yeah, right. I always wonder why it was called Celebrity Center because I only saw John Travolta once,
Right.
and then I saw the dude from Beretta.
Really?
What's his name?
What's his? Oh shit! I loved Beretta. Oh, the pimp dude.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't know his name, but
And that was it. I worked with all the celebrities.
right. It wasn't Beretta himself.
No.
Yeah. Right.
I was like, wait a
That
second.
dude was crazy. Remember his trial? Like, he went to trial for shooting his wife,
There's a guy coming over here.
and his alibi was when his wife was getting shot.
Oh yeah.
He was in the restaurant because he left his gun there. That was his alibi. I'm like, dude, I don't remember, but it was like,
That was great.
what kind of alibi is that? Like, no, I could have shot her. I was just going and getting my gun at the moment. Like,
So bad.
Well, I know that when I miss somebody that I love,
Hola.
You know what I'm thinking? Oh yeah, no, they have all.
One more? Oh. No more tacos? One for the road?
hello, Chicago. Beretta. Robert Blake. That's the guy. Thank you. Man, these
Robert Blake,
these live streams are amazing. It's better than Google.
My memory can go to hell with the lines.
Anything you don't know, you just ask your live stream and they tell you. What's the hypotenuse of the square root of 4?
70 was.
I don't even know what that means. I don't even know if that's a real question.
That's correct. Yeah.
You ready?
Square root of 4 is a little too easy, but you
All
know,
right.
You guys doing great work.
you could tell I didn't really get into the math side.
Now it's just thinking.
I don't even know what a hypotenuse is.
Oh, it's along the sides. You have the adjacent.
You're leaving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, sadly.
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for the tacos though.
Totally.
Coming by.
And the
Yeah.
opposite.
Bye, DOA.
The opposite side.
Bye.
Yeah. But you know, if the
I remember before these
hypotenuse-
holes
if the hypotenuse-
Start on this one and then get some more tortillas.
was not painted red. Look at the sidewalk. Was not painted red, right? I'll be right back. Let me show you really what I'm talking about.
You can use that hypotenuse, that Pythagorean theory. You can use that. But then you have to be.
So a lot of times,
Yes.
it's the cops coming from Scientology. So every time you hear sirens or stuff, but sometimes they call a fire department just to fuck around.
So, oh, you know what? I just picked up something. Remember, for it to work, it has to be a man's degree. You can't, you have, in order to use $5 thing. And then, the square root. I'm not sure.
Yeah, start eating.
Over the food. And we thought he wanted
What?
some food, so we asked if he wanted food. He said no. But what he's doing was
It's already got a bunch on it. That's why they're all done.
red. Watch him come back.
Here's some more.
Watch him come back and paint it red.
Before, and then you have
Watch him come back and paint it
three, but a little bit
red.
a little bit more than
It's gonna be red
and
tomorrow.
then the other one adjacent would be
But
two. Yeah, because it's normally go like if the hypotenuse is one,
Take that pepper off.
it's one. The other one is be 1, 2,
what those
3.
are the red.
I don't know if we gotta
If
put
they put it in
some oil
three,
or what.
the rest would be 1, 2, 3.
I don't know if it's okay to put pickup on it.
I mean, I don't think nothing's gonna hurt.
I can't remember. It's been so long. Oh my God, it's 2 years. Years for years.
People started to haunt, show a lot of support.
Yeah.
Yep. All that. The guy just gets to the last couple of days. Yes, and the guy, because we were here yesterday in the same spot right here. So they probably decided, oh, you know what?
You have to pay
We're gonna park right here. We were landing park right here.
You know, this is
Probably send the painter red today.
it's very interesting because
He probably said no because we're using it, so they're probably gonna come and paint it later. So
I
they don't
swear,
want nobody
this
parking
this
there.
just my thought, like
You know,
just
like
to
they
know
do the
what's
sidewalk, they don't
Watch
have
the
sidewalk.
South Park episode. It's called Trapped.
I don't know why
Something like Trapped in the Closet.
Yeah.
I mean, I do know
And
why.
they tell that
Because
story in
sending,
South
you know,
Park.
them big checks to the
And
city
that was the beginning
and
of
top.
the end.
You know what I mean? So of course they're gonna take it.
Because see, Scientology knows so much of what they did in the
Yeah. So if you're in Canada, and you're not parking, what does it mean when it's painted red? It means no parking. It means that no one can park it. It's painted red.
You can relate
So
to
that's what it means. No parking.
Right. But also they will get ready to go through here.
Because they're corrupt. That's why you're gonna win a lot of shit. Because the city is corrupt, the LAPD are corrupt. They're all corrupt. They're all corrupt. The more we learn, and the more that
Mort,
I'll dig another one.
and their taxes
can't eat just one.
and their actions, the more we are
That's
able
carne asada, that's steak.
to know how corrupt Scientology,
Marinated and everything.
the more we unravel.
You did the marinade?
You know what I mean?
No.
We're able to.
I didn't have time. I got it done.
Like,
I'm saying too much.
Who gives a shit who did the marinade? As long as we get to eat it. Who gives a shit? That's the real answer. As long as you're happy. If you're happy, we're happy.
Take me a few times. I'll remember.
I'm just kidding with you. I don't care.
So when you were in your 20s?
Parts of it,
Yeah, I mean, by the time I did the pure, I think I was 20 years old. 19, when I was the last service I ever did. I knew it was all bullshit at that point.
they're painting a red
What was the point?
if we go back 3 weeks ago,
I was just as disenchanted as an OT3 reading Xena for the first time. Oh, shit. I hope that ain't it.
police
guys
came
want some tacos?
and told us that there was no parking on the red zone. And told us we need to move. And we never moved. We didn't move. We'll take the ticket. And everybody else can get parked. Okay, so that's why I know they are painting everything red. Because we already had encountered so they said that we cannot park in the red. So this is why I'm bringing it up. Because it makes all the sense. Now the pieces fall perfectly in the puzzle, right? Because of what happened last night. So they're trying to make everything red. So when everything is gonna be painted red, the police they're gonna call the police and say that we are parked in the red. And the police are gonna come and they're gonna tell us we're sorry we cannot be parked in the red.
That guy across the street came in from Denver.
And it's like basically they're trying to shut down the protest by not having a start and it gets people to stop protesting. Yeah, hell yeah. But we're not gonna stop protesting. We're not gonna stop protesting.
Basically, like, the only buildings that don't like, the only windows that don't like that look like that are reflective windows. You can't see into it.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. That's the whole conversation I'm saying. That is the whole thing I'm talking about. Like, they're painting it red to prove a point that we can't park here.
Well, it's good talking to you. Maybe see you on a future round.
You were here. Hell yeah. You come, you fucking.
Irregular, but I'm here a couple times a week.
I will pass. Over here. I'm going to later on tonight.
Good talking to you.
Yeah, pleasure. Yes, nice. Thank you.
Bro. What up? Do I know you? Do I know you? I mean, I haven't been there in like 2 days. Yeah, exactly, that's why. But the rest of the days, I'm
All right, gotta make more meat.
How are you? What is wrong with you? Why you don't? You don't want? Why are you leaving? Leaving? Yeah. No, I'm just trying to. Oh, you're trying to be. You just left the island right now. You okay? Oh, okay. You give me like quick walk.
Hey, Chris, what's up, brother?
Chris, confidence. No, you're like.
What? This is how we do it.
They're sending someone
Over one taco at a time.
pay someone $40 to come to
Whole food counters are.
Would you be surprised? Would you be surprised if that's the case? I would. Pretty sure here's $40.
Oh, damn, that meat smells good. Whoa.
How's it going, Chet?
Guys, we really are having a good time.
Let's see, what is our situation across the
Don't worry
street?
about anything. I'm
Don't
fine.
know
I
if
want
this is
intelligent
a,
people in my chat. I want intelligent people in my chat.
if
I
this
don't
is
want
a
idiots in
difficult
my chat.
scenario or not.
We're cool.
I guess it's okay
Idiots in my chat.
if he's walking with her.
That's why I don't block anybody. I'd rather see who to get, you know? So just be you. I mean, I'm fine. I'm okay.
Barney, it's not a fresh, marinated, ready to
Are
run.
they starting to think that the thing on the
Yeah.
I guess we did have some interpolation over there. Oh, that's mine also. I'm keeping this.
Okay, sorry.
And those are my pens.
Oh, sorry. I'm just like walking through.
Hey, man, clean as you go. That's a skill I should learn someday.
No. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about that comment the person made about it's a sidewalk.
But that probably never happened, to be honest.
Like, I was talking about one person.
Come on in, Eric channel.
Hey, you gotta entertain my channel too.
Oh, okay, I just go entertain people over there. I've been very
Won't go to my
tired.
chat, Becky.
I've been very tired. I've been running around. That's why I'm actually a little quieter today. Nothing you do. But you just wait. Let one of those
You hit that
motherfuckers
dab.
come
Don't
over
lie,
here.
Becky.
No, let one of those motherfuckers come over here, and you guys will hear my voice. Yeah,
That's right. Let them know.
a little. So,
Let them know,
there
please.
you go. So Becky's good. I'm fine. I don't have pity me days. I don't have pity me lives. I have a couple of pity. I'm not kidding. I lie. I get one pity me day a month, and I'm really.
Nice. That's what we want. Tom Cruise can fly. Or do we have a hidden T here? I think we do. Yep, I'm seeing an apostrophe. Uh-oh. Oh, my hopes are dashed. Tom Cruise can't fly? Is that what you're telling me? Tom Cruise can't fly? That's impossible. Hello, hello. Let's see who we got here, who I've been missing out on. All right, Vincent, hello. And we got the Robert Blake answer. All right. Feel the love, people. Feel the love. This is for you too. We have a consensus developing here on Fountain Avenue. A consensus that seems to be primarily anti-Scientology. The world is not thrilled about this cult in their midst, and they're showing it in a very democratic way called honking their horn. And it's awesome. It's nice to know that people are on your side, being supportive, and hello. It's also nice to know that this protest movement is not only combined with journalism and partying and having a good time, but it's also feeding whoever wants to have some food that walks by, whether they're homeless, whether they're hungry, or like the guy in New York subway used to say, whether they're ugly. This guy in the subway in New York used to come on and say, I'm homeless, I'm hungry, and I'm ugly. And that was a good line. Got everybody smiling. He wasn't particularly ugly, so I guess it works better that way. But yeah. The homeless, the hungry, the ugly, and anybody else is always welcome at the anti-Scientology buffet. And the food is definitely better than the rice and beans at the Sea Org. 100%. And the prison vans continue making their rounds. That's right. That's right.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing, man?
Great day to not be in a cult. Hell yeah, beautiful day. Yeah! Let's go! Yeah!
I am
Thank you,
loving
New
this. The love from the public is only getting stronger by the day. Guess what, Scientology? They are on our side.
Indeed. They know. Don't rear end this person. Thank you.
Scientology losing the honkin' war.
Yeah! Hey girl! Yeah. They usually do come around. I don't want to give bad advice and then
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Somebody gets towed
and then she gets the tickets like damn.
and they're like, it's on you, man. It's all your
Red
fault.
zone, man. We don't fuck with red zones. Peaceful,
There is
what's
no
going on?
parking in the red zone. Customer drop-off only in the white zone.
Screw
What
your
was that
white
movie?
zone.
What was that, Airport or Airplane or whatever
yeah,
movie?
yeah.
Right? And they started fighting each other.
The
That
red
was so
zones and the
great.
white zones,
That
yes,
was
the absolute best.
so brilliant.
Enough of your red zone.
And the education continues.
Told them 10 minutes, he went in there and they held him for 3 hours.
Mass enlightenment of the public.
Where are you guys parked?
What's that?
Where are you guys parked?
All over. Just, yeah, you gotta like cruise the neighborhood and see what you can get, you know. You're late to the party, what can I say? I mean, you're definitely better, like, what I usually do is like go up and down these blocks for like 3 blocks, you know, just kind of zigzag around. Eventually you get something. You'll do it.
All are welcome. This is how you make enemies. This is how you make enemies.
101, they enemies. I'm going to write your little moron.
Odo! Those Odo sightings are very precious. We all treasure an Odo sighting. There aren't nearly enough sightings of the great Odo. And we know that what brought Odo here, rainbow flags. That'll bring Odo every time. Looking for his people.
I'm gonna sit down a little bit. Thank you, Aja. I need to sit down.
Yes, we had Odo doing his reconnaissance routine.
And they spray painted the sidewalk, they said. I didn't see it. But
They
you see-
did?
Look, they're painting
Oh, the
it.
red?
Mhm.
That's Scientology?
Yep.
Oh, damn.
You see how close to that van they got it?
Oh, my
And they were looking over
God.
here because they want to see. I bet you tomorrow there's going to be painted red.
Okay, well, we got to get...
Now, why would that concern us? We can find parking anywhere, but the reason they do that is to prevent. So, how much power and money do they have that they come at will? You see
What's
where I'm going?
what's a color that... I mean, because blue would be like handicap, right?
Yeah, so why not make it blue? You know why?
No, but I'm saying what we could do. We could make it white or, paint something on top of it. Make it gray. We got to get a
Look
sidewalk
how
color
close
match.
They got it to make sure that the vans won't.
Right. That's crazy. That is insane. So we need to get some pictures or something to verify this rumor that Scientology has been trying to expand. Yeah, that does look a little ad hoc, I would say. But I don't know, you can't tell if it's, like if I would look at it, I would say some of it looks shiny and it looks like it could be new. But with the dirt on it, you can't really tell. But what another devious thing for the cult to do.
Ready for another one, Bill?
To paint the sidewalk red. That's something that Scientology would think of. To expand the no parking zone. Well, now we know at least the no parking starts at this sign today. So if it starts expanding in this direction later, well, we'll know that they didn't do it. We can make a nice little snitchy phone call to the cult of snitches. I mean, they can't really care if anybody snitches on them since their whole religion is based on being a snitch.
Do we have another knife?
That's fine, don't worry. Great to have one here.
Yeah, they could make a whole international incident off of
Hey, we need some tacos over here. Coming up. Yeah, sorry, I don't have a. Sorry, I don't have a. I'm afraid to have. I'm afraid to have.
He's stuck on the grass.
If you don't know Spanish around here, no, let me rephrase that. If you don't know someone in LA,
Come on, Scientology. At least give us another Odo sighting. Yay!
is the meat all done?
No, I got tons more. You know what? You see what it says on my jack? How long it's been? Do I need to get another battery? And I need to keep the meter. At the top, it just says. The top. 232. Okay. And if like 5 minutes, I'm gonna go get my other battery and put my money into it. She is. It's just early.
Yeah, just talk to him. Yeah. Got neighbors stopping by for some food. Hey, Scientology spy group OSA. Addressing OSA. Please watch and learn from this example. If Scientology took 1% of its money and did this, well, maybe I shouldn't even tell them, because they would have triple the membership within 5 years, for sure. If they just came out here and did barbecues and fed everybody that came by, isn't that the kind of thing you would associate with a religion? If Scientology took all the money that they spend on new spy cameras and did this, hello? Good to see people here. They paint where the meters are. Okay. Gift to... No, Gigi. Oh, hi, Gigi. Gigi to 3. Okay. I like that name, Gigi. It's cute as hell. Sorry to objectify and all that, but you know, I like that name. So, Loretta, Robert Blake.
Hey, Charlie, taco time. Ready for some taco
All
time?
right, the famous Charlie. Nice.
Todos andan que les gusta bien, a todos,
See, Scientology, if you really want to be a religion, how about feeding the people? Are you going to let DOA be more Christ-like than you, Scientology? Because he is. He obviously is. He's whooping your ass at the being Christ-like contest. No contest, dude. DOA, Eric Rader. Now, what we should be telling everybody is, if you happen to come by and nobody's out here feeding the people, just go knock on those doors at Scientology and tell them you're hungry.
I'll be back in.
They'll be happy to help, obviously.
That way I don't have to worry.
Nothing could go wrong there, right? Just go ask Scientology for some brotherly love, some assistance. But I think Scientology would rather buy a bunch of surveillance cameras and license plate readers and things like that than to actually help people who are hungry, who need food, or who are just walking by and they smell that meat and they're like, yeah, it does seem like a good idea. And the neighbors approve. A lot of smiles from the passers-by, even people that are not honking. They show their appreciation with a smile, and that is completely good enough for me. See, Scientology, there's this thing called goodwill. And you done burnt up all yours. And we're not even started on gaining a bunch more. The goodwill that we are gaining with the community means that they will have us have our back much more than the goons that Scientology seeks to hire to attack or harass us. And it's good to have allies in the neighborhood. That's one thing that Streets did very brilliantly on Hollywood Boulevard. He would give shout outs to all the local establishments, the lady selling fruit and whatnot on the sidewalk, and the store selling the $10 hoodies. You know, he'd give shout outs to everybody. See, Scientology does not do that. What Scientology does is they actually alienate the business community. Sorry, just had to put it on mute for a second. Didn't want to copyright strike from the dude's music that pulled up next to me. Yeah, I know. I just had to do that for a very short time. Sorry about that. But, you know, sometimes you just have some music in the background and they do this whole copyright thing on you just for that. And it's obviously like I'm not playing that music to be a central feature of it, but you know. Anyway, every now and then, got to push that mute button and just wait till the person drives on. But thanks for the notice, because it's easy to hit these buttons and mess up and not know what you're doing, for sure.
It's a new purchase, actually. I'll see you before.
Some dude just drove by looking almost like Russell Peters. One of those things where you're wondering, is that the guy or not? I'll tell you, people, I have not had more tender carne asada maybe ever in my life than this stuff. This stuff is so good, perfectly marinated, delicious. Come on down. Have a taco on us.
Who's up?
And don't hesitate to call Scientology and ask them if it's free taco day at the Church of Scientology. I'm sure they'd be very happy to receive your call at the Church of Scientology, asking them about how many tacos they're giving out per person today. They'd probably refer you over here to us, just to not have to give you any food.
No, ya se acabaron.
Some of the other chips.
La voy a dejar en la bolsa. Ahí está que no.
Pero es el
We're gonna heat them up, but if you want them like that, it's all good. Got it, bud. Whoa.
Guys have to go big.
All right.
All right, a super fan. Nice.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is to put all of these are
Double super fan.
So now you can start doing it. Oh, I thought you were talking too much. Oh, no, honey, this is nothing.
I just can't.
This is how if my dad ever saw me flipping tortillas with a spatula, oh yeah. You don't flip your tortillas with a spatula. You do it just like this.
All right.
One time he saw me with a spoon. Oh no, that was the last time I used it. He was just I keep coming for my backpack and I end up staying. Oh, I thought somebody was calling me. I don't sleep.
I'm talking on my phone and I lose it. All the time.
Early college week. We got chips. We got lots of chips too. And
Oh, like the take care of if it's the sanity versus system, you are me. You know.
It's for the records and Scientology camera. It's on the record that they are doing what they present.
A ver, ¿cómo la ves? How did I do?
So, there was a ton of us over here. When have you seen Scientology on a sidewalk feeding people? Right?
Hodges over there making my point. When have you seen Scientology out on the sidewalk feeding the people? See, if all the protesters were just in it for money and likes and whatever, and Scientology's just in it for helping the planet, saving the planet, wouldn't Scientology be the one feeding the people? I mean, Scientology might feed you, but they're not going to feed you here in this free-range environment, right? They're going to feed you, maybe, I don't think they would, but if they did, you need to go into their lair. You need to go into their realm. That's when they'll feed you. They're not going to feed you just because you're hungry and because you asked for food. You notice that nobody here that comes by and asks if the food is free or anything, nobody is subject to any questions about their beliefs. If it was a Scientologist who came by hungry because they're on a Sea Org regimen of rice and beans for 1 billion years, hey, are you the cultists or are you something else? We don't know. It looks like a prison pen, is it? Oh, maybe not. Well, they were waving. Hello. Just popping in, Keith. All right. Tell me, Keith, do you pronounce Keith with a TH or with an F? I don't know how they do it in Wales. Do you put that F sound there instead of a TH, Keith? Or is it Keith? Hola. I thought you might be here, Chichicana. All right. And here we have one of the greatest OG members of all time, Laura FM, arriving with the dog. Yeah, that dog freaked my cat out yesterday, but luckily my cat's not here today, so we're all good. Nobody speaks Welsh? Yeah, not many.
Oh, yeah, for real. The police came. Is that ridiculous?
Oh, you do the TH. Okay. Is that more of just a proper English thing, and where the F thing is a little bit more of a London working class East End type of deal? You're very interpolated. Oh, well, for $300,000, the Church of Scientology could disinterpolate you with the Xenu news. I mean, have you ever considered that? With the Z News. Yeah, I don't know who the hell's sleeping over, but I'm I'm sure somebody is. I'm sure DOA's sleeping over somewhere here not too far away. But sorry to hear about your interpolating meeting. More of an English thing, yeah. 63 years, yeah. Anybody, Keith, you've never heard anybody speak Welsh? That's wild. I never thought that would be the deal. You've never conversed with anybody in Welsh or heard anybody speak it, and you're in Wales for 63 years. That is wild as hell. I mean, it's a shame, you know, that the language has been lost to that degree. You know, that's what everybody used to speak in England before those Romans came in, right? Basically, Welsh is the remaining language of that particular island, or one of them. I know they had different kind of Gaelic up in Scotland. And then they got the Isle of Man, the Manx language. As you can tell, I'm a little bit of a language nerd. A few years ago, I was watching a video on YouTube about languages, and it was about like comparing different Slavic languages, something like that. And my daughters came in and they were like, "What the hell are you watching, Dad?" And I said, "It's really interesting, you know, it's a comparison of Slavic languages and whatnot." And they were just like, "You are so weird, like what the hell?" And you know, just trying to convince my daughters that this was an intellectually interesting thing to watch. Well, I failed at that. They did not agree with me. And that's because they grew up in New York with every damn language in the world within a block away from them. They didn't see the specialness. I grew up in like real America where nobody speaks anything except English. And foreign languages were like the most exotic thing ever to me. For my daughters, it's just like a pain in the ass. And everybody speaks English anyway. And you got translation apps and whatnot, you know? Why even deal with it? So, you know, we don't share that nerdishness. Sorry about that, shaking. Time for some more horn honking, I would say. I would like more encouragement. Very basic Mandarin. Ooh. I wouldn't lie to you like a dog. You know that in Mandarin, Chief? That's wild. Hello. No cat here today. Let him roam free. Ah, your student taught me, yeah. I mean, the thing with Chinese, besides the characters and having to learn 5,000 of these characters to even get started, which sounds pretty damn impossible for somebody who likes to just do their homework on the bus on the way to school, as it were. You can't learn any Mandarin like that. Yeah. The farther they are in Wales, Keith, away from the English, the more they're going to speak Welsh. But, you know, it's kind of a weird thing because on the one hand, well, what I heard was going to happen before Britain got out of the EU was that the kind of movement going forward was going to be that everybody learns English, but they revive the local dialects and languages. That would be cool. Well, Portuguese, from what I hear, is not as close to Spanish as people think. And especially if you go to Portugal or maybe Brazil, I wouldn't know, I haven't been there, but, and you try to speak Spanish like as if it's interchangeable, they don't like that. They're like, this is not Spain, this is not Spanish, don't think it's the same. Anyway, I've encountered a little bit about that.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have enough cash for you, baby girl.
It's hard to understand because it's fast. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, it's like I speak fluent Swedish, but then, and Norwegian is really, really similar to Swedish. But then when I watch certain Norwegian things, it's like one sentence I'll understand completely, and then the whole next paragraph I can't get.
It's a honk. Honk, 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 honk. Come on, buddy. There's
Water in the bag.
Right, this
I
bag?
know the table that gets the wheels are on.
Hey, whose car? Whose car? Oh, they're coming out for now.
Who, where? Who, here. I gotta go get it.
Oh, wow. All those Polish plumbers, huh, Keith? I remember that was the big deal in England. The Polish plumbers are taking over. Uh-oh. What do we have? Parking enforcement coming by that Laura's...
I've noticed that first they send parking.
Oh, in Spain they have a total list. I was very annoyed when I first went to Spain and heard everybody lisping. Good night, Keith. Thanks for stopping by. We can always count on you stopping by for a nightcap with us. I like that.
Hold on a second.
No, and you know what they'll do? They'll send you the ticket in the mail.
No, because
What?
One step ahead of the parking enforcement.
I don't even think they know. I don't think they know.
All your food groups. You got avocado for your salad.
Well, You can Google the city council. Yeah, just Google the city council.
Yeah, it was yellow. I noticed that earlier. It was yellow before and now it's red. And then they do it. That's when the guy came, the white truck came to see if everything was yellow, and then he saw the part white right there, and then he left. Yeah! Yeah! So that's gonna be painted red.
Hey, Holly. Day 2 Occupy, yeah. Man, they were occupying Hollywood Boulevard on my way here, I guess. I had to drive way around to get here. I guess they're taking a wild guess. There's Gaza protests going on. Well, we're keeping up the Scientology.
I'm gonna give Charlie one plate, okay?
Okay, we just gave him one.
¿Ya te dio un taco?
Well, Chichicana, you do what you feel is right. I mean, hell yeah, you can, or you could just come tomorrow,
You have your plate.
if that's possible.
Charlie.
I don't think it was Sammy Hagar yesterday. No, this was today. There is all the streets going to Hollywood Boulevard were blocked, and then all the streets that were making their way around the blockage on Hollywood Boulevard, they were all blocked as well. So, well, not totally blocked, but it was like huge traffic jam. So I assume that must have been a Gaza thing. A little carryover what was going on at UCLA. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the thing with those longer LA area commutes, Chi, that last night was crazy. Yeah, I saw a little bit of Jessica and Streets there also. That was really weird when the pro-Israel ones were like storming the other camp. I was like, come on, dudes. Just have your separate protests. You don't need to start trying to occupy each other's territory at UCLA. Why don't we leave that in the Middle East, people? But, all right, there we go.
Oh, yeah, right here. There's a bag right here. Excellent.
All right.
Excellent.
Glad to hear it.
Well, I'm happy now.
All right. Food that's what I'm talking about.
Open the
Go home and
refrigerator and like,
relax.
huh?
Go home and relax.
I've been relaxing too much.
Feel relaxed. Well, you're gonna relax better.
At least I got something in the tummy, eh? Open the refrigerator and it's scary. There's nothing in there, man. 7. Thank you.
As long as there's no science projects.
Thank you, man. It's good, bro.
It wasn't pain, Fred. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
So much to like.
Yeah, there's no need to fight over here.
Toda esta gente los veía antes de que, o sea, nosotros no veíamos, pero hay gente que conozco ni yo tampoco. Friar Ed.
Bear mace. Well, if you're not allowed to have that at a protest, I believe. So be careful, Chi.
Who is that?
You know, if you get swatted and then you have that bear mace on you, that could end up being problematic. Something to potentially consider. That's what I want as a dog that you can have off of a leash that's that well trained and smart and whatnot, that would be really nice. But I don't think he'd like my little apartment. That would be the issue.
Hey, Eric, it was really good as is, and then it was also really good with everything.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that was the last one made or the first one made. I know that was a hot one, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was
That
good.
was a nice
Yeah, the
one.
guac.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
This is what I had to
The first one I made was very little spicy.
Yeah. About the yellow?
Dice aquí,
Yeah, he said, I told him
400 personas me están viendo.
you want some food? Did you get some food? You got some. How do I know?
Ahora,
Are you hungry?
Yeah. 311.
Their clothes are ready for that. If you want to know, go directly to City Council.
Yeah.
Just Google City Council. Yeah. 311 is
That's like the first thing.
They're gonna give it a
I
round.
dropped a
No,
big
they're
glass
gonna
of hot
give you City
sauce.
Council information. And it's just gonna be
I think he said 311.
Oh, it's for
because it's
It's
too
for
fucking lazy. I would
being in
ask
your
who's
garage.
City
You want
Council.
mace? Wow.
They'll tell you.
Yeah, that's true. 3 a.m. Yeah. And with headphones on, yeah, that's not a very good defensive position to be in. That's not how you guard the perimeter.
Great.
No, I did not.
a mí también.
Hey, thank you.
Pero, here,
Interesting.
Lavender, can I ask you a favor?
Right. Yeah, I'm like that. I had something on the phone. I had an interview. I was being interviewed at like 5 in the morning for like a radio show on the East Coast or something. And I was talking so loud and getting so animated on my interview that the neighbors started banging on their floor, my ceiling, and yelling at me to shut up, and I had no idea. But, if my voice goes anything above its normal range, it's loud. I don't have to really try to create quite a bit of loudness, as you all probably already know. Hello, how you doing? Not bad. Just wondering how you get a dog that trained. Most people, the dog would be out in the street and around the block and
Yeah.
That's like.
But I just ran out of the last.
What time did you get here?
I'm learning how to give myself a little snack.
Sure.
Ah, parece ratatouille.
Like it's like a troll, but it's like good. Come on, like why would I not want to do this shit? Yeah.
That's what we're talking about, people.
Maybe tomorrow I might yeah.
Best street tacos in LA, right here. Damn. Mm-hmm.
And you know what the secret ingredient is?
Mm.
The secret ingredient, you don't wash your hands.
Like a friend told me in Mexico, so the secret ingredient from tortillas is mama's sweat.
I saw a video yesterday. This guy, he always does these skits where he doesn't say anything. He's like, he's about to start something, then he pretends to look like in different directions. He's got like different videos of people like doing stupid stuff. So one of his videos was, I guess it was somewhere in Africa where they're almost making like tortillas, but they're using their feet to step on the metal thingy to make the tortillas circle. And he's eating a tortilla. He's like, this.
Mine's the last one on there.
He just like,
I'm making some more right now.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, cooking with feet, that's taking it to another level. Unnecessarily.
and she has nasty.
Say thanks to my chat. They bought everything.
Oh man, thank you, Chad. The talent here, though. Amazing.
Thank you.
Hi. Like, it needs to be snubbed.
How are you?
Hey, chat.
Y'all been ignoring the honks on your live streams. I've been hearing this. Not okay.
Not me.
Begging to give you support and you're ignoring the horns. There we go. That's a well fit.
Right.
You need a little bit?
No. Good. Thank you. I got reciprocals. So if you want to get that going, a couple cups, perfection. Now that's what I call a sushi.
What have we here?
Say my site or I put you on the meeting.
I think we got Rick. Yeah, we got Rick.
Not my dog, it's Laura's dog, but
There you go.
That's the guy that Daddy's Scooter.
Yeah, where is he?
Scientology?
Where is he? Did he walk across the street? Right there.
yeah,
Mercedes, see?
you should find out if Odo's ready for some freelancing.
No. I know. You should see it now.
Oh, that would be sad not to be able to eat raw tacos. Bummer.
That's right.
Let's see, raw onions makes you turn red. Just like vinegar.
Yeah, and when I was home,
Yeah.
there was a lot of
Old school abuelas, they definitely can make some
Mexico, Argentina,
amazing tortillas for sure.
and they all had different visual accents.
Yeah, things are, well, you know, I'm also an astrologer. And I just saw a thing that Mars moved into Aries, and that might not mean much to 99% of you, but that means there could be some intensification of shit. Because Aries is the sign of war, warriors, all that. Mars is the ruler of Aries, so when Mars rules in and moves into Aries, gets a little bit more warrior-like out here in the periphery.
I don't remember you. And then you were like, we were dancing and singing, and you said, oh, really? Oh, yeah, okay. And then he started singing it, but you forgot that you forgot.
No, I have different voices.
Yeah, well, me too. I can go very high, very low.
Well, I guess you could always specify what type of cut you're asking them about. I would assume that's one of those things for the Scientos that they would, that's one of the things where they would default and be like, oh, we let everybody practice their religion and we don't involve ourselves in that.
That's yelling. That's like you're running away. This is like the angels.
Somebody was joking about the, like a comedian, they were joking about the national anthem, and then talking about the words and saying, you guys get a little hazy there in the middle. It's a call. It's a call. It's a call. It's a call.
But it's with stress.
It's a call. It's a call.
He's a god and a satan. Es una secta. Es una secta. Es un secta. I brought some ceviche. Una secta. Es una secta. Okay, let's go low. Una secta. Because at first I wasn't.
No, I'd be curious about that too, yeah. Circumcision, yes. I would be curious if Scientology had, because, you know, Scientology claims that we have all these traumas from the womb and whatnot, and that our mothers wanted to kill us, and so therefore, I don't know how they could not have a position on circumcision. That would make a lot of sense.
Okay, good, because I sent it to you.
Well, I'll just let the singers carry on with the show. I know, I totally see where you're coming from, Chi. Absolutely, because I mean, if they think all of our traumas come from the womb, and I agree with that. I agree a lot of traumas do come from the womb. I don't agree that everybody's mom wanted to abort them. I mean, I'm sure in 9 months the thought comes up of like, hey, I don't know if I want to do this, but that's a little different than the trauma that Scientology alleges. But yeah, you know, if everybody got circumcised a little older when they actually remembered what happened, I mean, apparently when you have to get it done as a teenager or whatever, or older as an adult for medical reasons, it's a horribly painful thing with all the anesthesia and everything. Hey!
They're watching us from that camera. They're gonna call the cops.
They're what?
They're watching us from that camera. They're gonna call the cops again. We can't step in their stupid dry grass.
Oh yeah, wouldn't want to mess up
Yeah, you don't want to mess up that dry freaking brown grass. That's not even freaking green. That's brown. And you have a brown grass, Scientology. Throw some water on that.
Just think what that job is like.
Can I just tell you something yesterday I didn't tell you?
I didn't because I was just like so. Yesterday? Killing it. With what? You were fire, Mama. With the dress? Yeah, girl. Yeah, you were fucking fire.
Now imagine me with 6-inch stilettos And a short mini dress with no underwear. Oh, get it. Well,
At least gotta wear some shorts.
I don't wear any.
Do not hurt
Because
the
I don't,
sacred
because
grass
Sharon
of
Stone never wore a dress on the
Scientology.
movie. Basic instinct. So whenever that opportunity comes to me, I will do just that.
Okay.
Where's the goober?
Hey, now we're talking about ceviche. Yes.
It goes with it,
It
right?
goes, right,
No
it
underwear,
goes,
ceviche,
yes.
raw fish. My grandma. Rest her
Yeah, what we want is to have our local people.
Wait, who's making?
know.
Okay,
Let me put this over here.
who's making? Thank you, Mama. Hold on, let me set someone. Who's making accusations about you? Please don't mute him yet. Don't block him yet.
I brought some
Hold up a
diet.
minute. Who is saying that? Who the hell is saying that? And why would you be in my chat talking shit about another streamer? That's that. Why are you talking shit about DOA or any other streamer in my chat? How we not fucking learned that before? How we not learned that before? How did we learn that before that? I don't do any of that. Okay, KA or what's happening? What's going on? Okay, listen, Ka. Let me read the comment. I won't go into his own channel, but I do not follow him since he was asked to leave the comment. He hurt a lot of women back then, and it's all I will say. Well, don't come on my chat and tell me all this shit, because I don't want to hear it. I don't care what past is past and who has passed and what whoever did in the past. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Who did what on their past? Everybody did something stupid in their past. Everybody. I used to be a prostitute in my previous life. Okay? Eric said I never. So everybody has a past, honey. So please do it.
That's right. Straighten somebody out.
I don't give a fuck if you're gonna talk shit about somebody. Okay? I don't care.
You got right here too.
Everybody has a past. I'm pretty sure you have a past too. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about your past. Don't come over here in my chat talking shit about a streamer because you will find me sideways. Don't start with me. Don't start now, won't be now.
Oh,
So that nobody knows. Oh, that's my
Nobody
shit.
knows.
So now,
Nobody knows.
goodbye. Block that person. Let it go. Now she's gonna go claiming someone of the streamers that I used to be a hoe. I'm still a hoe. I just don't charge.
That's the best response to that shit, man.
Right. Now she's gonna go cry into someone
Try to
else's
blackmail
streamer.
that, right?
Now she's gonna go cry into someone else's streamer that Aja used to be a hoe. Well, guess what, babe? I'm still one. Yeah. Yeah. So don't listen. Listen. You don't want to hear my mouth? Don't come for me. Don't come for any of my fellow protesters, because I will fucking let you have it.
Not having a thing.
I will fucking let you have it, honey, on a serious
But also, yeah, people have issues with alcohol and other I mean, not with it. It was that bad.
You should have.
This is not my chat.
You should have.
Where's Mr. Rogers when you need him? Okay, can we get some honks? Can we get some honks, people? Support your local
You're just mad because he blocked your stupid ass.
deprogrammer.
You're just mad because she blocked your stupid ass and you had that poison.
We are deprogramming the cult of Scientology, and we're asking for your support in our deprogramming efforts.
Thank you for organizing it.
The streamer known as MD Media Team, Big Blue, yeah. Let me see, what's the question now? Was curious to meet the Angry Gay Pope. Okay. Yeah, I did meet the Angry Gay Pope. and I did an interview, and it's on my channel. You can find it in the videos. And when I run into him, I will gladly tell him all about it, put him in touch, whatever. Absolutely. I think I got the Angry Gay Pope's information from his YouTube channel. I believe his email is there. And so all you got to do is send him an email. And what happened when I asked is people said, oh yeah, he's really responsive. And he does respond to emails. But I know who you're talking about. What is it? MM Media, whatever. The Pasadena guy, yeah. But I will tell him, and I'll give him the email just in case it's not up there. But I'm pretty sure it's up there. I'm pretty sure. Come on, people. Let's get some honks.
I'm sorry, say that again?
She's like,
Don't talk
I believe he said that his restraining order is up in October, but he has other plans that he would not tell me about, which I completely respect, to do things in other areas not covered by the restraining order before October. So keep an eye out, make sure to subscribe to the Angry Gay Pope's YouTube channel. That is a very important thing to do. And click the bell. Same on mine. And yeah, exactly. I started following around then too. Oh, and I want to go back to what I said at the beginning of this stream, that I would like to let everybody know that the guy who first gave me the inside information on Scientology, I just found out today that my friend dropped his body, kind of like L. Ron Hubbard. This guy, his name's Joe Lally. Joe Lally was an amazing photographer, and I believe well known in the LGBT community because of his books, his photo books of male models in underwear, basically. But those books are very, very famous, apparently, in that world. And anyway, he's the guy that told me about Scientology, David Miscavige. I already knew about Scientology vaguely. I didn't even take the personality test. I knew it was a cult, but I didn't know that much about it back in, and that was about 20 years ago. So I won't say rest in peace to Joe Lally as much as I'll say soar, enjoy, because this man was a very unique, amazing, spiritual guy, and he crossed through many worlds. He was a photographic assistant to most of the top photographers of the late 20th, early 21st centuries. I mean, he worked with everybody from Avedon to Stephen Klein, and was a creative director for a lot of fashion photographers. Did a lot of amazing work with the great Daphne Guinness, and just an incredible mind. And so yeah, I'll miss you, Joe, and thank you for kind of prepping me for this part of my journey. I really appreciate it. And I was just talking to a mutual friend, and you know, Joe was not afraid to drop his body, as they would say here. Joe actually wanted that to happen about a month ago, but he had to wait. So anyway, wow, you know Daphne, huh? Cool. So when I lived in New York, Joe introduced a lot of really powerful people to me and said, you know, you got to work with this guy. This guy will help you out. And a lot of my more high-profile clientele in the past were because of Joe Lally. So I really love that guy, and I'm gonna miss him. We had some great conversations in his last few months. But I remember, you know, that he was the one that told me about David Miscavige. I never had heard about David Miscavige until that point. Yeah, it really was an honor. You know, Joe had a thing where he grew up with all the guys in Goodfellas. The real guys, the guys that Goodfellas was made about, and the bar that was in the movie Goodfellas, well, that was all in Joe's neighborhood. And Joe was actually, his family was in the Irish mafia, but they were very connected to the Italian mafia. And it was really interesting hearing him. And Joe lived right next to JFK Airport. And he told me that he and his friend Peter, there are books on Amazon by Joe Lally. They're a little bit dense, a little bit hard to get through, you know. But anyway, Joe said that he and his friend Peter, they would go play at JFK, you know, the outer reaches of JFK. And he said they got abducted by aliens at some point. And they were like kids. They were 8 or 9 years old, something like that. But he said they went on a spaceship and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, hey, I'm a sucker for anything alien. Obviously, that's why I got to come and straighten Scientology out about aliens, because they're defiling the aliens with their bullshit alien stories. So anyway, what happened is his friend Peter moved away, and he had a dream where he met the aliens, and they were crying. And they said they were crying because Peter died. And so you can see how I meshed with him. Yeah. We're almost as weird as each other. So anyway, he has this dream, very vivid dream, where he's with these aliens and they're crying because Peter died. Well, Peter had moved away. Joe was in New York, but Peter had moved up to like New Hampshire or something. And, you know, so anyway, he has the dream. The aliens say Peter died. Joe goes out in the neighborhood. The first person walks up to him and says, "Hey, man, I'm sorry to tell you, your friend Peter died last night in a car accident." So, the aliens were right. As they usually are. Except for the fake aliens of the cult of Scientology. They have the shittiest aliens. Yeah, it was really trippy. And Joe, he ended up writing a bunch of books, little short books, that were his kind of, interdimensional meetings with Peter. So it was trippy. And very trippy, yeah. And, I'm a connoisseur of trippiness. I like psychedelic exploration, and, I would do anything to meet an alien. Like, I'm not afraid of aliens. I think aliens are just more advanced than us. I definitely don't think they feel the need for the level of overkill that Xenu's accused of. That's definitely not what aliens would do. Why would you need to shoot people's hearts up with glycol or whatever? Okay, once you did that, they're dead. Can't you just get rid of the body? Isn't that enough? Oh no, but for L. Ron Hubbard, what do we need to do? So we need to kill the people, then we need to put them in DC-8s, bring them all the way to Earth. Couldn't they have just dropped them in space somewhere between there and Earth? Couldn't they have sent them into some sun somewhere? Burn them up there? No. They have to drop them into volcanoes, and then... No, there were no hallucinogenics involved in these visions. Actually, Joe never did any of that. Joe wasn't into any weed or... All right, damn, we got a whole parade of followers. Joe wasn't into any drugs at all. I know, what a lame vision, like space planes. Why would you need wings on a plane if you're in outer space? That's dumb as hell. So, I could make up alien stories in my sleep that are way more interesting than this DC-8 bullshit story. But anyway, yeah, exactly. Like, everything on Xenu's planet just happened to be exactly like life in America in 1954. Right. Come on, man. You got more imagination than that, don't you, Elron? And then you got to throw them in volcanoes. Okay, they're already dead. They already got the glycol, whatever, and they're shot into their hearts. So they're already dead. Why do you need to throw them in a volcano? So you throw them in the volcano. Isn't that... I mean, even if the volcano isn't erupting, still just falling from that height, even if some of the bodies weren't completely dead, they'd be dead once they landed in the damn volcano, wouldn't they? Okay, but no, that's not enough. Now you gotta nuke them with hydrogen bombs. And that's not enough either, because now you gotta have your soul catchers catch all their souls. Oh, but that's not enough. You also need to indoctrinate those souls with a bunch of stuff like Jesus. And then, to what end? So they can go around the earth and infest people's bodies billions and trillions of years later? Aliens are more efficient than that, in my opinion, in my humble, not knowing shit, almost opinion. Aliens would not have that complex of a thing going on just to get rid of some people. Right. Like the lava wasn't enough, the H-bomb wasn't enough, the glycol injected into the heart wasn't enough. No, we had to have all of those things. Yeah, very stinky cheesy. Absolutely. There's a bunch of dogs wanting to get on in action. They're like, we see some cool shit going on over there, man. We want to go play. Hey, Philly and DC, how's it going? What was the guy who used to... Oh, Anon Sparrow. That was the DC guy. I was talking about him earlier, back in the day, the earlier ones. I think they got him on some... Hey. Yeah, Anon Sparrow. He used to go out and recite all their statistics and say, okay, you've had this many... things are good here, man. They are really good vibes from the community. There's more and more love coming from passersby in the community. Yeah, they're really... they're giving us the honks. It's awesome. So how's Scientology doing in Philly? Are they as dead as everywhere else? Twyla Luna, hey. The cult of Scientology. See, curiosity is a good thing. It's not too awful. Meaning there aren't many people there? Or meaning it's not too awful for them? I hope it's very awful for them. Yay! We need to get some drones the size of flies so we can literally be a fly on the wall in the meetings that they have about us. That's what I want to see, man. I want to see those meetings. Wouldn't that be amazing? Seeing them, oh, why don't you look up in page 842 of the L. Ron Hubbard handbook on how to deal with protests. Let's apply the technology of L. Ron from 1952. See if it works like it never did then. Philly mañana. I like Philly. I used to live in New York a long time. Went to Philly every now and then. Didn't get to know it very well, but you know, some cool vibes in that town, definitely. Come on, people. Give us some more laughs. Some more laughs. Some more honks. Yeah, I want to see the Miscavige temper tantrums too. Yeah, that would be amazing. To see the displays of impotent rage coming off of Miscavige, that would be really satisfying. Because, you know, there's nothing better than seeing a Scientologist reacting to their shit absolutely not working at all. That's what I like to watch. It's so entertaining. Short fuse joke, yes. Yeah, it's like there's nothing like thinking you got it all figured out and then finding out you got nothing figured out whatsoever. That will create some feelings of impotence, may I say. Yes, Mr. Miscavige's fuse is, according to all gossip, very short. Scientology wants your money.
Oh, they're not getting it.
Oh, don't be greedy. They're saving the world. They're not getting it. See, the semi-reverse psychology of give them your money, I think it's like a, may I say, vaccine without getting flamed. You know, all you got to do is tell people, give Scientology all of your money, and everybody's like, "Ma-uh." Have you not been getting ripped off enough by rapacious corporations, the government, the military-industrial complex, and Scientology? Well, if not, come on down, because Scientology has more fundraisers to take more of your money. I'm sure you won't mind. Come on down and allow Scientology to rip you off. Remember, it's for the good of humanity. They are the only ones with the ability to save the planet. How dare you be stingy? How dare you be stingy and not give Scientology all of your money? It's very short-sighted of you to not give all your money to Scientology, don't you think, people?
Oh my God.
This doesn't look insane at all, this scene. This just like a normal intellectual conversation right here. A dude in a fur coat, a dude in a mask, like, you know. I know, that's the funny thing, actually. Yeah, exactly. I quite agree with that. That's the cool thing.
Being insane is always It doesn't sound good. Well, it's the catalytic converter. They cut them out. You know.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Missing catalytic converter?
Yeah, they cut it out.
Oh,
That's the
shit.
noise it makes, yeah. You see
Okay.
a lot on the Toyota Prius because that's the one that's
Yeah, exactly. That's what I hear. They get it on them all
You
the
can get them off
time.
anyone. Especially the higher the car, like getting under that Ford there, they're real easy to get under.
Good to know what the sound is. See, this is an educational project, people. Now you know what it sounds like if somebody snags your catalytic converter.
Yo, nice to meet you. Aja.
Now you will know the deal. How you doing today?
You know, getting through.
You seem a little less energized than the usual.
It's because I have a sinus infection.
You're still coming down off of
Yeah, and
that,
I just
yeah.
get like tired. It's
Yeah.
draining. It just drains
Yeah.
the body. But I'm in a good mood. Yeah. I don't know. But
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
did I say? Stay over here. Eric, I'm gonna use your cup first. I started to. So we gotta get rid of the dude.
donated money. Okay, and so he, like when I do sometimes I use it for it. So he used that money and he created all these target sites. People that showed up with items like they sell, people that showed up with stuff. You really get ordained like a minister? Really? That thing, yeah. Girls type. Yes, I do. That's awesome. I call these the cult of megaphone. I live in the background. What are you doing?
I'm just like looking at one of the pictures. I was thinking. I understand it.
Oh, there is? Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's on my
Hay muchas personas que necesitan ayuda. Okay. Cuesta conocer, pero gracias a ustedes, they almost do a show. Like, here's the actual one here, like you can almost switch back and forth.
Well, Natalie does the recap.
She does the recap, but I'm talking like live 24/7, you know, a research basis.
No, I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Pero menos mal que hay instituciones. Hay instituciones. Some people try to camp it.
Where did they go? Where did they go?
I just saw him.
Yeah, those are great flyers.
I said hi. Hello. You guys were thank you so much.
Yeah. How often do you see
I didn't need that eardrum anymore. Attention, please. Charlie want to say thank you to you guys. Charlie want to say thank you. See you soon, Charlie.
Thank you.
We got the Hollywood tours coming up on the cult of Scientology. No more Scientology!
Tom Cruise is short.
Scientology is a cult. 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 Scientology is a cult.
Scientology is a cult. Scientology.
Look at Scotty.
Yes. No more Scientology.
No more children. It's a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult.
Denver J. Denver J.
It's a cult.
Where is the megaphone at?
Hey, that's why they came out yesterday, because they wanted to pray and we were not allowing them.
Wait, what?
This is after you left. The guy came out, cop came out, and we were like, again?
Bullshit, they don't pray.
You know why? He said that, I said, how come it takes you a half an hour to go over there? And you guys are drumming up all kinds of charges against the fly. He said, well, it takes time to take down a report, and they're saying the megaphone. I said, so give me their hour. I said, give me their hour. Well, I don't know.
Becky, it's better not to even answer and just say no. I have every right to do this.
That's what they told him. I said, but you know what?
You know they put these little signs out that say their hours, and they only do that. They still won't write facts. They still won't write it.
No,
They
that's
said,
why I
the
told
cops said until 10 p.m.
But this is my whole point of that. This is my whole
Yeah,
point.
they're just praying
I
nonstop.
wanted him to hear himself. What's the name of that?
But they know. They have to know that Scientology is literally just they don't mess with the way that Scientology does it.
And I'll turn around and cancel.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, I wanted to
It's a cult.
It's a cult.
It's a cult.
Wait, hold on. We must first pray to the mega God. It is our right to pray. We have every right to pray. May you all bow or up your heads, I don't care. It is time to pray.
I accidentally pressed it.
A what?
You need a phone charger?
I think there's a whole set of them.
You have the cord? You need the cord? Box them up. So you get some. And it's not 10 o'clock at night either. I think it's 10 p.m. What time is the noise order that I can in LA? 10 p.m., right? Laura!
I literally ordered one.
There you go.
It's
I remember, right? We ignored the
You blocked me.
What? You're blocked.
You're Jay, right?
Denver J. Oh, you know, every time you do it, it's probably I'm on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, so I don't like. Anytime I get a call, it pretty much. So that's probably why.
So after your dog's getting damaged.
Yeah, I turned it off.
Where did Becky go?
It was really weird. I tried
Oh my God.
No. I need to run to the
This has charges
I'm gonna go run.
on this little and or.
Jay, you want some tacos? Ceviche?
Brother, I'm gonna run up to
I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Oh, nice.
I took a vote. You know what? I took a vote and I asked if they wanted to go with me or if they wanted to stay here, but I think I'm doing an executive decision. Would you mind hanging out with them? Yeah, we'll go just get you set up over here. Hanging out with Tony.
Go on this side, over there.
Volley.
Sorry that happened. I was like, this is degrading.
Like, hold on, let me look
I
at
was
this.
like, what is this?
I am quick to make amends.
No more Scientology! Get the
It is okay to leave the Sea organization. Scientology was built on L. Ron Hubbard's lies. The Sea Org is not clearing the planet. All of this is made up. Please come out and enjoy this world. There's a lot of people out here that will give you love, support, comfort. They'll give you a job, finances, a place to stay, food, therapy. Even though you think that's like auditing is the only way to do it, it's absolutely not true. You'll find out that the outside world is actually quite beautiful. The neighborhood loves you. They do not like Scientology. Kids cannot consent to L. Ron Hubbard's gross, manipulative policy that actually allow people to do illegal stuff on a daily basis. Elderly abuse in the Sea Org is ignored. This is actually illegal. It is so illegal to treat the members of the Sea Org the way that they're being treated.
Pearl Snappy, where are you?
Without even knowing or having any idea.
Are you near?
Before getting into it. Parents dragging children into it and then having children think that it's so amazing to audit older men about sexual things in their lives and that kids have to audit this out of them. And the abuse of Sea Org members is struggling nightly and daily. My parents are in this, we have no choice. It's a cult, not a religion. Stop breaking up and disconnecting family members. If you leave now, we will literally be here for you. You leave any time. You have fresh tacos right here on the street. It's called
Oh, Pooh Tigaroo, I thought you were Pearl Snappy. I read that wrong in the glare.
Ceviche tacos, some sweet grilled onion. Freedom. You're allowed to leave. You don't need permission to leave. It's not illegal to leave. You can just walk out of Scientology and we will help you out the outside here. Let's worry about your amends and all that later. Let's just come out and have freedom.
Hey everybody, look at this. Oh, come on. Sorry, I'm just trying to find, there's a Check out the camera. They got a camera pointing at us from the parking garage, where they can keep an eye on everything going on right here. Isn't that nice and handy?
Okay. Don't worry about a mess. BS thing that we all bought into, and you can actually just come out, have tacos, have fun, never Alright, I'm talking now.
Right here. Right here. Right. Foxy. Right now, right now. Right here. Right here. Lay down. Wait a minute. All the way. Chill. Thank you.
Too big?
Oh, and it has
Getting cold. Big? Good.
perfect. I guess I could blend it in.
I can make it
Why is it basically, what do I need to do? I just need a kind of, I just need it to hold that cheese.
I love how you use it. You're using the same sign.
Back up. Foxy! She acts like she owns the world. Like she, come here, it's not okay. Me. Not too far, too far. Back up over here, over here.
You want a battery bag?
Sure. Oh, my
Sure.
God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Do you need a contact?
Yes.
That's what they would say.
Thank you, sir.
In Scientology.
That looks a little.
That was made by Amanda's
That looks
mother.
spacey enough for
Those are
my
for battery.
taste. Nice, thank you, man.
Yeah.
DOA coming through again, gifting the community with goodness, non-stop.
That was all there. I put out a text message this morning.
Whatever the numbers I had are
I think it's 72757. I'm gonna put her away in the van a bit. She can take a nap right now, even though she's amazing. Oh, here, you gave her one?
Oh, thank you, yes.
I put it on my book, my goldenrod book. That's what I'm writing in. People go, oh, my goldenrod book, my SPTV. Funny you ask.
I love the way Tori and all her old videos would always pull out her declare.
Anyone else want something?
I do, but I
good for
want.
now.
Is there any more of that other guacamole stuff too?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put guacamole in the van. She can take a break.
Scientology, if you can hear me, the telephone number for the SPTD Foundation is 727-266-5797. Phone number for the SPTD Foundation is, there you go, 727-266-5797.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Charlie,
Sí, sabe que también.
Dígale que es famoso, dígale.
Es famoso, ya ves. Usted es el famoso Charlie. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? Es el famoso Charlie. He went to work today, fue a trabajar un ratito.
Scientology, if you're hungry, we have food out here. Scientology, we have tacos, we have ceviche. Scientology, we have food out here in this outside where we free. It's not poison, and it's not gonna come out of your $47. Scientology, we have free food. If you would like, you can come out and we'll be glad to serve you a plate of food. We have free food, Scientology, for you. And if you decide to call the cops, we also have food for them.
We can turn this off until we, one way ahead of the game.
Security guards, we also have food for you. Autumn, we have food for you. Angel, we have food for you. William, we also have food for you. And any other security that I don't know their name, we have food for you. And you don't have to do lower conditions either. Come outside, we have food. Hi. Honk, honk, meow, meow. Scientology is a cult. Scientology is a cult. If you believe Scientology is a cult, honk, honk. Honk.
Honk, honk.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Really clean up.
Pero en la clínica le van a ayudar a sacar su certificación otra vez. Ah, bueno.
That flat top, so badass.
It's so awesome.
A little too personal to me, Charlie.
Whenever I pray to my God, I don't, nothing that goes around, it bothers me. Nothing around me bothers me. I just pray. Now they want to have prayer out. They're off the level, go to ethics. You're all crazy. Now you have to sit all the way back up. Oh no, this one was, I had joined staff.
I've been watching it on DOA.
My friends I joined and they promised us this, if they would pay us $500 a week.
Yeah.
So we went, okay. We were highly trained. We said, okay,
Yeah.
that's a deal. So we did.
Yeah.
They didn't pay us that. It was like shit pay.
Yeah.
So now I have to go. You have to, for OT7s, you have to go every 6 months for a 6-month check, where they have to check if you see talking to an SP, like if they come talk to me. Now that's part of their section.
Okay.
And it costs $7,000 every 12 and a half hours.
Really?
So it's very expensive. So they don't talk to us. That's why they don't. It's like, Would you like to know you want to So now I'm staff there. I do the flag for my supervisor. And I say, I want one or two. I gotta make a living. Two sounds good. I'll give you two right now. You know what I mean? I'm not making a So they put me in prison because I want to leave.
Because
and I have to work up the conditions. And I'm saying, why don't I go back to LA, Oregon, and do this there?
Right.
They're the group that if I'm doing anything bad, you think I'm out here? No, we're not letting you off the flag land base because you're over 7.
Wow.
Because you know the top secret information. So no, you can't leave.
Wow.
So now I'm on flag land base, trying to do these amends for LA, Oregon, at the end of L 100 Way.
Wow.
I'm in Clearwater, Florida. It's not working. Anyway, I finally I get all the quote-unquote amends done, and I send my son in to go and get signatures, because I can't go get signatures. I'm not there.
Oh, because you're in Florida.
Right. And they didn't sign a whole bunch of them. And normally they always sign it, and they wouldn't sign it.
No way. Nice.
I mean, he won't even come here today.
Back it up.
No, I don't want to have anything. You know, but
How long have you been out?
How long is it?
How long have you been out?
I escaped out in 2000, so 24 years.
Okay.
And I wasn't going to speak out at all.
Really?
But they, from Tampa, from LAX to Tampa, turned me into an activist.
Really?
I wasn't going to speak out at all. I said, I'm not going to say anything. And I even called the lady in Clearwater. I said, I'm not going to speak out. I'm going to ticket. I'm not going to make videos. I'm leaving under the radar. But from LAX, they canceled my band. They canceled the plane. The vice president of Scientology was at LAX coming up to me saying, we know where you're going, you're not going there. And they had said to me,
That looks like your Laura Ingalls bonnet.
2,000 people didn't have phones, really. But we had these emergency phones, and I said, Stacey, they don't do shit like that. Tori used to run these programs. We know what we're talking about. Bring a phone. So I brought this little flip phone, right? Thinking, she's full of shit.
Second day in California, right?
And now the vice president comes up
And you were in OSA, weren't you?
I wasn't in it. I was a volunteer for it.
Okay.
So I wasn't on staff there, but I was a volunteer.
Right,
So they
okay.
used me all the time. And they knew I was a true believer. So whatever they needed, all right, I'll go do it.
Right.
So if you guys are out here, all right, get out of here. Get out of here. You know, I'd be there and I'd get people to leave all the time. I did. Because I'd say stuff like, you know, they'd be out there with the Xenu sign, which is like the top secret word back then.
They
Nobody knew it.
tease Jessica. They always say
And
that she's
they
a
didn't want that
famous,
sign there. So I went up to
fitness
this guy. I had to
influencer.
finally get him to leave.
I gotta poke fun.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about the
party when you were a kid.
Yeah,
He said, yeah. And I said, okay, so what if someone was picketing up in front of your house saying your mother's a whore?
They're like,
Would you like that?
no, they're like,
And he looks at his buddy and he goes, get the sign, let's go.
okay.
Yeah. You know, and so all the time I go into OSA and they go, what did you do? And I say, I just talked to them. They're just
Right,
people.
yeah.
They just have a different view than we do, but
She's
they're not
driving and she's
evil, and they're not what you think. You know, it's like,
But they didn't like that take on it.
believe me, my whole life was like that in Scientology. I was always on the outside because I have epilepsy, and I take medicine.
that comes out
So
with us.
everyone for 30 years was fighting me. Saying, you need to get off
I
your
think I
medicine.
remember that stream.
And I'd be
like,
like, go fuck yourself.
And then she leaves tickets on
I mean, to stand up to all that for 30 years.
I'm telling you, the weirdest thing to meet the critics. You know, I was on media for 2 years.
Right.
And then I finally got on air.
I saw videos on YouTube of you handling critics out at protests.
But I read some of his articles online and they're really good.
I think,
Okay, thank you.
because I'm gonna walk around the building, so just have your keys just in case.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But what were you saying?
I said, I saw the videos where you were out, when you were still in, and you were out handling protesters, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, it was like a year later you were out with the protesters or whatever.
Right. But what happened is it felt like I was trying to swim up my Niagara Falls.
I'm
Yeah.
right here.
Right? You're trying to get off your medicine when your grandma forget it. I mean, the second time I tried it, a doctor, they took me to a hospital, not Scientology. I called the guy that was on the fence, nearly leaving.
Speaking of that, he's here.
He said, 5 more minutes and you would have been dead. So that was the last time I tried it.
Yes, yes.
I don't care.
So where are you from?
I don't care what you
Born in
think.
Texas.
No. Okay.
And,
So now,
grew up most
so
of
for
my
me, all those
adult life
years
out in
was like
Colorado.
swimming up, trying to swim
And,
up Niagara Falls.
April,
And finally, this
my
one critic said,
driving
you know, you
process
can't just turn
for
around,
about
take
2
a year or
months
two,
before April.
swim down.
Yeah.
And it was
Get
like,
this
oh
done.
my God,
So you
it's
get an
so
idea.
freaky.
Yes, no, I
So
think
that's
I've
what
seen-
I'm trying to say. Is they just need to get it so simple. Because Scientology is so complex.
Curtis Johnson.
It's like you can never, ever leave here. It's like a matrix.
I ate
But
before
when
I
you
got
somebody
here.
finally says, you know, we got an
I know
interview,
she got
we'll loan it to
for
you.
lunch, and then I started getting
Go on, give it a shot.
Right,
And I was like,
right.
Holy shit!
This is a lot more fun.
You still have friends in Scientology? You still have friends in Scientology? No one will talk to me. I lost all my friends overnight, and my husband was
I'm glad for
Your
this
husband
is pretty cool because they're the ones that made it.
He stayed in.
But Tori
He's
has my
OTA.
bike right now.
Okay.
So
He stayed in.
they're
That's the
like
top of
OTA is the highest?
Yeah.
Is he in LA?
Yeah.
Really?
I've never seen him.
Sea Org?
I've never, no.
No, public. Okay.
Public.
Let me see if I can YouTube myself.
He was born in it. In all fairness
Does he
to
still
him,
talk to your son?
He did for a while, but my son actually disconnected from him.
After he left?
Not because of Scientology.
Right.
It was really because of COVID. They wouldn't get vaccinated. They made fun of him for wearing masks. And he's from Trump. He was just like that.
Your husband or your son?
My husband. Not my husband. We're very much against it.
So Scientology wouldn't get COVID vaccines?
I think they finally had to, but my husband did.
And now they're more paranoid about it than anybody when it's all over, basically. You know.
Masks on all day, every day. You know.
That's just to hide their face, right? That's just
No, I think
no.
they honestly, well, think about it. If one of them got it, the whole
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
place. So they
If
probably
there's 6
are
to a room or whatever, yeah,
And
one
also,
gets it.
Remember when we wore masks? The one nice thing about it was we didn't see people coughing. There weren't any flu.
You know, that's so true, because I used to get the flu like every 3 years. I haven't gotten the flu since wearing masks. You know? So I may wear a mask this winter, you know?
Right.
If you leave that,
And think about in China, they wear masks when they're sick, just out of respect.
Right.
Japan had the same thing. Where they have sort of a COVID, and then they all wear masks, and then afterwards they just wear them. So I think that's, I think